pretty low-key week.
Something fireworksy?
No, I am like the Grinch of 4th of July. So actually that was cool that I got, I was a little worried about how Percy would do, my pup, and he didn't love it, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So
Nice.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey.
What are we checking in? Just what's going on in our life?
Something you did in the last week that of interest, and something D&D related of interest.
Yeah, man. What happened in the last week? Really not much. Oh, I had some time off. I went to Oxnard. I was like, let's check out Oxnard and see what the beach is like. And it's like, it's all right. The beach was all right. There's a lot of dead marine mammals because of red tide, which is depressing. And then it's, it's like, it's people in their 60s that have retired and had like prosperous lives.
Rude.
And now they're like, they live in kind of like a smallish, kind of boring town and do like maritime activities. And it's like, all right, that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then, I went shotgun shooting for my friend's birthday.
Okay.
And that was interesting as well. Like, I found out that I really don't like shooting shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Just such a big kick in the shoulder.
Too much shoulder.
hurts.
Yeah, I got old man shoulders.
Well, it also depends on the gauge that you're using.
Yeah.
Were you doing 12 gauge?
It was 12 gauge.
Ah, that's the worst.
Just but a target like birdshot target load. Like, I don't think those are hot rounds, right? They should
Birds?
be.
No.
Yeah, but it was still like it's just I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive, delicate flower.
Yeah. That's why you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also like my shoulders are fucked up from like, just doing shit that I'm too old to do.
That's what it is. Sorry, the other thing I did this week was go to the driving range for the first time in a really long time. So I was like, why do I? And that's why.
Yeah.
Muscles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you for reminding me.
And then D&D, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with Entrance. The mystery of it is, can he be recovered? Or is Entrance's mind too far gone?
Oh no!
Too far gone, Jerry.
Mm.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it was good. It was a journey.
Monsieur?
Yeah, this week, did a small family 4th of July gathering, which
Nice.
was cool. Very chill. Yesterday I had a pre-production meeting for a film short I'm going to be shooting
Great.
in August, so that's cool.
Sweet.
The birthday thing today was a surprise. The birthday boy created a surprise for everybody, and I told him like I have to be in Altadena by 6.
Yeah.
So we're in Orange fucking County.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh okay, cool. So I didn't even see the birthday cake or any of that
Right.
stuff.
What was the surprise for you?
He gave us like puzzle boxes.
Oh,
this
cute.
morning. Yeah, we had to all figure
Are
out.
those are puzzle boxes?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's the only puzzle box I
It's not,
think
yeah,
of. Such
exactly.
sights to show you.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like an escape room basically with the 4 of us in different locations.
That's how the movie Escape Room starts, is with those puzzle boxes.
Yeah.
You don't want to go with that one
Mhm.
though.
Well, that's what
Also glass onion.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he was referencing was Glass Onion.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that movie.
So yeah, it was cool, but obviously I was late, so sorry everybody.
We'll never recover.
May I have some of your chips?
Yeah, go for it.
Reparations.
And I like that Una is now like, what?
Interesting.
He
was on to something.
Yeah, he really was. Entrance was good to get it. I think I'll figure this out. So I can't wait to see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Julia?
What happened? Well, saw a couple of shows this week.
Oh,
I
what'd you
took
see?
my family to see Into the Woods.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fun.
yeah,
and it
cute.
was super fun.
Yeah.
And then I took my mom on a surprise date last night to go see comedy at Largo.
Oh, yeah.
Because she
Nice.
likes seeing famous people. And
Was it Pete Holmes or?
no, it was Melissa Villaseñor from SNL, but it was one of those N friends, and you never
Yeah.
know who
Oh,
the
yeah,
N
yeah.
friends
Uh-huh.
are.
Right.
And they delivered. Well, there was what's his face, who's just ubiquitous. Like you can't go anywhere without seeing. Oh my God, the Portlandia guy.
Fred Armisen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like you
He's
can't turn
hilarious.
around and you're like, oh look,
He's playing music.
he's everywhere.
doing
He's
comedy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So he was one, but the real treat was John Mulaney. He
Oh,
was
cool.
like, and it was really super fun because he was just clearly making shit up and just trying new stuff and riffing, and it was really nice because I've only ever seen his like
Taped stuff.
perfected things, so it was just really fun to see somebody like off the cuff going for it, and
Yeah.
and it was fun, and she was delighted,
Oh,
and
that's great.
got her out of house, so that was super fun. And then the last time I played D&D, I think would have been the one shot, which was super fun. Your brother DM'd it,
Oh, nice.
and he had props,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all like
Just like
camp, and we have these. Wait, I fucking still have it in my bag.
Man
Hold
likes
on,
props.
I can show you.
he does.
So
We had 0 combats.
we had.
Oh, really?
It was
Oh, wow.
all just like
Skill checks.
skill checks and problem solving, and then we had these sashes.
Oh, you got
We
badges?
got badges. We got little badges.
Oh my
We got our
god.
achievement badges.
And the badges are single-use magic items.
Yeah.
For,
there you
Oh my
you
god,
can,
that's
use
so
them
cool.
For future things.
That's
I
really
love
cool.
that.
That's fun.
It was really
he made
fun.
little guidebooks. For
Yeah,
us.
it's, oh my god, they all have the guys. It's like
So
a
we
huge,
go
like,
into
That's
like
really
this
cute.
freezing waterfall, and then like
You can
her
read the-
husband would be like, "Well, I see that this waterfall."
yeah, it's like the
"Oh."
history of the waterfall,
That's
and
awesome.
what
Oh,
it's
that's
named
really
for,
cute.
and who did it, and why. And I mean, it was an entire. I mean, it was pretty. Or I really
Oh,
like
wow.
Beetle Scout with
Beetle
like
Scout.
pulled
Aw.
out map pages and stuff. It was
That's really cute.
he
That's awesome.
delivered. He delivered.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun. It was cute. But the first check, I rolled bad, and everybody got a badge, and I didn't, and I was so mad.
Did you get the
Inside.
spirit award at the end?
No, not
at
yet.
camp?
We didn't make it far enough to get all the badges, but I think I do have more badges than anybody else.
Yeah, she got the most badges.
Sneak up from behind.
I did. And there was a really hysterical interaction where I was saving
Saved plenty,
Jake
yeah.
over and over and over again.
Yeah,
it
we
was
walked
great.
into an avalanche, and then she
Whoops.
was protecting me with a shield, and
Yes.
I just kept rolling poorly and dying from,
As it goes.
It was pretty funny.
from avalanche stuff.
It was like smack protection. Bring it back. 5 HP protection. 5 HP. Let's go.
That's funny.
Yeah, she saved my ass.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wizard's no good in an avalanche. He's not a
Yeah.
level 5 wizard.
That was great.
You want Fireball the Avalanche?
Seems bad if you're standing on a glacier. I've been playing. I officially have it set up so I'm playing D&D every night of the week.
Wow.
Madness.
Tuesday is every other night. I'm not playing online on Tuesday night. We have a game here this Tuesday. But yeah, every night at 11 or midnight I
Oh my
play
God.
online,
Ugh.
and I need someone to play with me on Wednesday at midnight.
Find like a Brit or something.
A Brit?
If you like open it up, somebody
No, I
for
have
whom
people.
the-
I have people all over the place, all over the world.
Yeah.
I'm playing in a game where one guy's in Australia, one guy's in Dubai, and the DM's in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play at 11 p.m. or midnight. It's like the wrong time
That's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
whole globe.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh, for
8
them
a.m.
too,
in
I
Europe
see.
and it's 4 p.m. in Australia. It's a weird time. It's an awkward time. So when I'm playing, but it's the perfect time for me. So it's taken me months to set up.
Yeah.
You know, rather than playing Magic the Gathering Arena at 11 p.m. for a couple hours every night, I get to play D&D every night. And I'm DMing Elenia Toth. I was doing it every Thursday. Now I'm doing it every Thursday and Friday for money.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So everything you guys do transfers into canon, which affects how kids are tutored and how
Wow.
online players are. Just for example, this little 10-year-old girl that I tutor one-on-one, she's been hanging out with Una and Jasper, and she just got to the ambush, and she met Lord Hans.
Nice.
And I showed her some pictures of what's-his-face, Bettany, and it was like,
Oh, is he meant to look like Paul Bettany? I never.
Paul
Like a
Bettany
young-
in Sharp. Here, I'll show
Like
you.
a young velvet.
Oh yeah.
and one of my favorite characters that I'm playing is a robot full of mushrooms.
Cute.
Yeah.
And we finally had the first, it's the first time playing a druid, and I'm playing a spores druid. And
I love Circle of Spores.
Yes, and I got to reanimate dead. So yeah, we had our first session, and I got to do symbiotic entity and have these like plant burst out of a robot, and it was pretty cool. It's a Warforged. And oh yeah, I'm excited. In August, the Sunday night game is gonna get replaced with Saltmarsh, and I'm gonna play a Swarmkeeper Ranger, who is a hobbit or a halfling in a swarm of sardines.
Oh, cute.
You get a swarm of sardines moving around the battlefield, so that's fun. In my real, actual living life, for July 4th, we went to Big Bear.
Oh, nice.
Which I think is hopefully going to be a little tradition. It was like we just sleep there on July 4th night and come back the next day. Because the fireworks over the lake are really cool.
I bet.
And Siobhan looked astonished by them, and then she went to bed. She went to sleep on me, like halfway through the fireworks, but she was astonished for the first half of them. But that really worked out really well. There were half as many people as last year. I think it was because people were like COVID desperate for something last year, and now they're just wherever they want to be. They're all over the world or whatever. Yeah. It was really nice. And between that and this little trip that we took to Lake Arrowhead, which was the reason we didn't have it on June 25th Sunday.
Oh, right.
There's been a lot of like Siobhan putting her little hands in lakes, her first lakes.
That's
and,
fun.
Just some really peaceful moments.
She likes water.
In between all the butt wiping. Yeah, she really likes water.
That's awesome.
When she takes a bath, she just splashes the water. Thinks it's great.
It'd be fun to do when she's a little older, the tide pools.
Oh, yeah.
The poking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give her some snails to grab. Mm-hmm. She'll grab any old
Anemones to
creature. Guys want to finally play some D&D?
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
So, you just finished having this battle. Let's do a slight recap. Let's do just a little recap. You got a lot of information from Ancient Fish. I think maybe you went to bed. You got up. You went to talk to Kingfisher, and he just fucking attacked you because he knew that you knew. And you had a real humdinger of a battle with Kingfisher. And then he laid there on the floor as a dragon, silvery gray with purple and with like lavender and teal colors on its silvery gray body, was screaming and yelling outside the window of the tower for a moment, and then it flew away to the northeast. And this all happened in a split second as the hallway filled with tabaxi, who were all like, what's going on in there? What's happening? And you guys were like, this guy. And they were like, we're going to hug you. And so you killed...
Don't hug me!
You killed all of these people by them just hugging you to make you stop fighting, and they all hugged you. And then they put you in compassionate jail, which you escaped by lying on the ground.
Yes.
You went down, and you found the genealogy library. You went in there, you looked in a break room, you looked in some other stuff, and every once in a while you get attacked by thoughts. And you found a community room in which someone had once lost their virginity. You found a room full of wonderful magic items, of which you only got a couple lame ones because one person rolled poorly, and eventually made it into a giant library that had Entrance sitting on this like stone throne at the end of the room, holding a book, and thoughts kept popping out of his head and attacking you, and they were pretty strong. They did strong things to you. Animals were conjured, animals were killed, concentrations were broken. Daphne...
Not this cleric's concentration.
Daphne Hodored the door and was super concentrative. Her Warcaster feat was displayed.
Hell yeah.
Lord Hans was taking pot shots at Entrance across the room, but trying not to kill him. Ultimately, he was, and you all were. Lord Hans was like sitting around or standing around thinking really hard, and he came up with like this guy needs to stop thinking in order for this problem to end. And so Barbarian Pants ran across the room and started smushing the guy in the head with the butt of her scimitar, and he folded over onto the floor. Before this, you guys had tried to chop up the book that he was holding, but it was just swirling around him in this sort of milieu, and yet somehow it wasn't magical. So now you're standing in this very large library room with rows of books on either side, and you've got this fellow dressed in a cloak, laying face down in front of the stone throne he was on. And that's where we will begin.
Are all Tamerwins these high maintenance?
Well, my family is strange, but Entrance is especially strange. I would say we should bind him, but I don't think that would do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it couldn't hurt. But yeah, he's kind of a tiny little thing, isn't he? Just.
I'm going to eat 10 good berries because, or 12. How many? 12? No, 10. 10 good berries.
I'm also going to eat 10 good
I was
berries.
very badly wounded in that battle.
Wait, I would eat 8.
Una, as he's laying there, you are absolutely filled with.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You're absolutely filled with an interest in what he was thinking about. Did he have the secret to something? The truth of something? Does he know who you really are with all of his studying of genealogy? What was it that had him so captivated? You must figure it out.
I definitely think we should tie him up. And I would like to do so with my rope, yes. And then I want to see like what remains of the book that was fluttering around his head and stuff.
All right. So you go to tie him up. Make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Ooh. 11.
Yeah, your hands are shaking with your attempts to suppress this newfound obsession, but it is affecting your physical situation, and yeah, you sort of can't stop thinking about it. So the ropes are not very adeptly tied.
Can we tell?
Yeah, is this something we observed?
Yeah, give me an insight roll.
Yeah.
17.
23.
18.
You all notice that Una's acting weird, and you all notice you all just saw her standing in front of the dude and hitting him and stuff. Like, you saw everything that just happened, and now you see that she's acting strangely.
Una, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Why are your hands shaking?
That was super intense, and I'm also just really curious as to what he was, thinking about.
Maybe we want to tighten these ropes a little bit. Would it help to have, someone put their finger or hold, some of those fancy sailor's knots?
When you say you're curious about what he was thinking about, do you have any idea what that might be?
No, I don't know. I want to check out this book. Like maybe some of these page fragments. We can see which one he was reading. I don't know that I saw the title while I was hitting it.
You've never been interested in books before. You're aware that...
I've never seen many books
Daphne
before.
doesn't know how to really tie ropes, but she's going to try to make it more secure, so we'll see what happens.
You know that Entrance's thoughts might be malicious and contaminating your mind.
Roll athletics or acrobatics
Me?
on the ropes. Yeah,
Yeah,
either dex or strength.
we'll try some athletics.
I know, but isn't that crazy?
Oh, it's a dirty 20.
Hey. The ropes are really well tied now.
Right.
He is-
You'd be able to hitch, a horse to a post.
Don't you think that's something we should be able to, like, understand? If it's like, if you can turn a thought into something that can attack somebody, that sounds pretty
I agree, and yet,
Yeah.
interesting.
contemplating these matters,
It sounds interesting to me.
turned Entrance into the entity that we just saw.
Yeah, well, look at him.
I would
Maybe he couldn't, like, handle it.
just please let us know how your views on this matter develop. Just
Sure.
let us know what you're thinking. If you please, if we want to look at the book, I think we should.
I mean, don't you think something in that book might have something to do with, I don't know, the gray mind or whatever all this stuff is?
I think we,
Yeah, I think you make sense.
All right, make an investigation check on the book and do it with advantage.
I'll guide you. Don't look at it too closely. You want to,
What does guiding mean?
add a d4.
it's a book of dick drawings.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much, that's what I'm going to say. What was I doing? Investigation?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be great. 9.
Yeah, and you're doing it with advantage.
13.
Did you add your guidance?
Yes.
As you stand over the book pieces, Daphne is like, so you see, this piece fits well with this one. Mm-hmm. What'd you get with your guidance?
13.
Yeah. Well, it is all right, Una. Sometimes the esoteric is unknowable for a reason. So maybe we just, see what happens, but shall we try to talk to Entrance first? Maybe?
You
I'm
feel
afraid
really
of waking
smart
up
while you're
Entrance.
looking at these book pieces. And you notice something on the cover, one of the fragments of the cover. You see the word Sut. S-U-T-T.
Sut! Whoa. Guys.
Uh-huh.
I just remembered something.
No.
Back in the room, when we looked at the bookshelf, there was a book missing. And it was the history of Sut Swamp.
That is some good note taking.
I think this is the book.
Do you have an inspiration right now?
I do. I was about to use it to reroll that investigation.
Who doesn't have an
if I did it.
inspiration?
I don't have an inspiration.
Oh, well.
I can even tell you, this is crazy, but I can even tell you that Sut Swamp was southwest east of the some
Southwest
kind of mine. We can
So
go.
south?
Sut Swamp.
Wait.
Sut.
Southwest east.
Southwest
Southwest.
east.
Wait, but maybe something
East,
lost in
southwest.
translation. I don't know.
possible.
That's all right.
Southwest.
Of the mines that Hassan is from.
Southwest of the mines.
Does looking at that book appear to be having an effect on Una?
Looking at the book doesn't seem to have an effect on Una, but Una looks really smart. Like, those movies where someone takes their glasses off and lets their hair down?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, it's like she's put her hair up and she's put on glasses.
She's ready to go.
She seems really smart about this book.
Yeah, you seem really smart,
Why don't
Una.
you shoot-
Makes sense.
Thanks,
Should
man.
Hans a look like,
So we should check out the swamp thing that you're talking
I
about.
think so. Well,
You
whatever
should
this
roll insight.
history is.
12.
25.
Okay. I meant one of these two.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm telling Tim
Oh, okay.
that I meant you or he, you or Hassan.
Oh.
So, Daphne, with your wise insight, you recognize that, so as she said, this was the one book that was missing from Kingfisher's shelf in his bedroom. So this somehow connects Kingfisher.
Right. He's sloppy. But I will share this. If we put 2 and 2 together, I think this is quite incriminating.
In my knowledge of the Gray Philosopher, where I rolled a natural 20, large modifier, do I have any concept of what could be done to cure someone of this condition?
So, You rolled a nat 20 on a history check or an arcana check?
I think it was Arcana.
On an arcana check during the battle?
Yeah, to find out what he was and how to stop him.
You understand that he was under the effects of madness. That he had been cursed, but in a way that made him mad. And in order to remove madness, I think you or someone else could make a check on how to remove madness.
Is it Arcana?
Or would it be medicine?
Let's do a medicine check from her. I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
more logical to start.
Oh, but it is an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, so you recognize that madness can be removed with long-term talk therapy and
which they have
CBT.
upstairs.
That I was just thinking we should take them upstairs. I mean, they might be pretty mad when we come out of here.
Yes, they talk to a fault. I bet we could, you'll have the tea in...
I'm just thinking we need to get different thoughts.
Daphne, with your medical experience, you know that the spell Calm Emotions can suppress the effects of madness.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe the little guy in the wards, we could ask for a favor. I could ask him for a favor.
Yes.
And then you also know that if it is indefinite madness, which you think is what's going on here, that sometimes the spells Remove Curse or Dispel Evil might prove effective.
Right.
But if they don't, a Greater Restoration spell is required.
Yes, many of the cures, unfortunately, I have read about or heard about, but they are, for now, outside of my purview. But presumably within some of the Tabaxi-here's purview, if it were. And it works very well in Bergwan, yeah. We like the puns. But yeah, that's what I mean. Do we want to try to take him upstairs while unconscious? Do we trust people to, if we bring him up, and will they not swoop in and just try to take him away and hug us to death again?
Yeah, they're idiots.
They may.
I mean, yes.
Oh. Perhaps they've been able to do some investigating of the Kingfisher situation on their own, which would exculpate us.
I feel like the opposite.
One would hope, yes. But in any case, I think we owe it to my cousin to get this curse removed. And I think by having him lucid and speaking, we'll be able to learn more about this threat and the Grey Mind. And I don't, it occurred to me that he was the Grey Mind, but...
No, the dragon's the Grey Mind.
Somebody cursed him, yes. And the dragon might be a manifestation of his thoughts, but I suppose Entrance is not that powerful.
I'm just making sure.
Una, what are you up to?
I was just thinking about we could take him upstairs, and I'm pretty confident in my ability to just kill them.
Please.
If they won't listen to reason.
I would ask that you simply, they'll re-imprison us and we'll escape again from their stupid prison.
I'm sorry, it was Calm Emotions, Greater Restoration. Did you say that Remove Curse could help also? Was that one of those?
Yeah, depending on the source of the madness, Remove Curse or Dispel Evil might also prove effective.
I don't think I have Dispel Evil, but if I think I could sleep on it. I could review my notes on curses, and I might be able to do that tomorrow.
I'd like to just check on Trance's person for anything else, like if there's any little things in his pockets.
Yeah, Remove Curse is 3rd level, Dispel Evil and Good is 5th level.
Yeah, so I do have Remove Curse, but I don't have it prepared, so we can do it tomorrow if we want to wait and try it before before we go back out to everyone else. I don't know.
I don't know that these
keep him unconscious.
physical restraints will work. I would say we should get him some treatment as soon as possible.
Would it be better to bring someone down here? I just, how are we going to get him up there discreetly?
Well, I could. I could become a tabaxi for a moment, and speak to a trusted friend up there. If you have an idea of who it should be.
Yes, you'd definitely be able to blend with the pontificating. I mean, as long as I don't, are you going to be safe to go by yourself? This is the crux of the problem, no?
And could any of our friends actually be of any help? I
Right.
think. Who are our allies up there?
Right.
I think we may need to openly speak to the Tabaxi about this issue and mention that we have cleared the evil from their tower that was an existential threat to them. We've removed the threat that would have destroyed their entire tower and way of life and killed several of their kind.
Yeah, they should really be treating us as heroes
so much. Do we know that they're... I kind of agree with Hassam that we need to be very careful about who we trust. Do we think that, it's fairly powerful magic, if we think they are capable of it, or would they think that, casting a spell on somebody is mean? I don't know.
I think that they'll have at least one cleric
That can help?
that's strong enough. And if not, then what are the potential outcomes? They try to hug us again and hug us into prison once more, in which case we simply escape from their incredibly easy to escape
Or
prison.
Kingfisher has other allies and they try to kill us with violence, which, sometimes
True.
is effective in my experience.
Always a possibility. Or they reward us, throw us a parade, give us access to the remaining vault of magic items, cure on trance, and send us on our way.
I feel like that's a fantasy.
So
Yeah,
as
It
you
was a
all,
nice thought, but...
as you all are talking, a figure appears in the doorway to this vast storage room of books that Entrance loved so much, or loves. And a figure appears in a white robe far, far on the other side of the room. It is Ancient Fish.
Take the dodge action.
Here comes Ancient Fish.
You take the dodge action. You're like suddenly blurred.
I'm going to... I know what probably they've seen already, but I just kind of want to stand between Ancient Fish and Entrance.
I trust Ancient Fish, and I believe Ancient Fish was a friend to Entrance. So I'll say, hail and well met.
Did you find anything on his body?
I didn't
Ancient
get
fish.
to hear yet. Did I find anything on Entrance's body?
Nobody's done anything.
Oh, I said I
she
wanted
was
to
saying
check his
she was
pockets and
checking.
look at his body
Oh,
to see if there was any other
I
information
didn't
on
know
him.
that.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
just looking at a book. You can roll perception on the body with disadvantage.
I'm freaking out! Oh, yep, man.
Yeah, you try to search his pockets, but you end up like
It was like a
tickling.
7.
those culty sorts, they give away all of their possessions. It's...
Your hands are all shaky, and you're stumbling a little bit, and you can't really search his pockets very well.
Woo!
Ancient Fish starts to walk towards you all across the large room and says, "Hello, it's wonderful to see you." She's still
And-
like 250
And
feet
you,
away.
what auspicious timing. This is perfect.
Yes, well, I know a lot about you, so I suppose you should know something about me. I am the spy master for the Tower of Contemplation. I'm sure, and she kind of like gestures to her collar thing that she was gesturing at, and she's or that she was playing with earlier, and she says, "I'm sure all of you were curious as to how I knew so much about you, and that is why. And I expected a lot from the group of unnamed heroes, as I refer to you. So I expected you to get out of your prison. I did not expect you to kill many of our people, but I expected you to get out, and I expected you to investigate this area. And so here I am. I'd like to help you. I'm sure you remember I cared very much about Entrance. What is happening with him there?
Entrance has been cursed with madness, to be obsessed with some kind of historical or philosophical idea that took over his mind.
Something to do with the genealogy of Sut Swamp.
Yes, allowing him to manifest thoughts in the physical world that can curse themselves or harm you or even kill you. Thoughts that are of the same color as the dragon-like creature that attacked the boat in the lake. And that attacked us.
And it attacked you guys.
Yes. Cursed, perhaps, by the Grey Mind.
Yes. Perhaps you can... thank you for this information. This is very interesting. Grey Mind and Kingfisher is upstairs and he refuses to answer any questions, and his trial is going to be extremely long and arduous. Can you tell me... is the connection here and what is happening exactly?
Well, as far as we can tell, Kingfisher, at the very least, as you know, is fanatically devoted to the idea of ending pacifism and neutrality among the Tower's people. But also, we believe that he was under the influence of this sinister entity, whatever it may be, that is a lieutenant of the same, a greater power that is afflicting our own home. And I think that Kingfisher was in league with this and was responsible for cursing and imprisoning Entrance in his own mind.
Somebody got the note?
What's that?
The note!
Yes, I do have the
note
note.
in Kingfisher's hand, threatening
Yes,
that was killed.
We found two letters. One to from Burlondine, and it said, "Keep your gunpowder dry, because you're going to need it." And then we found another letter right here. The vote counters of Rocinante, voting on not defending Parvus.
Oh my! May I see these letters?
Yes, although I'll need you to give them back to me.
She takes the letters. She starts reading them.
What do you know about Bergondine?
It seems Kingfisher was involved in politics for the worse. You're asking me what do I know about...
What does Ancient Fish know about Bergondine? Or if Ancient Fish knows anything, would they be forthcoming about it?
She says, one moment, I'm looking at these letters. Oh my. He is inserting himself in politics all over the world and making us look terrible.
Oh, and one other thing that you might be able to help with, yes. There is this journal. The Journal of Kingfisher. As you can see, Spy Master, it is written in a cipher.
Oh my.
A cipher that only a Spy Master can crack.
May I see this?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you. And she starts looking through it. And as she does, she's like, in answer to your question, we know that Burlondine is a prime minister who gets reelected as a president and then reelected as a prime minister, and he's in league with organized crime, and also that he recently banned the Temple of Kaibox and Harrel in his country and imprisoned the high pontiffs of that temple. And many say he's been acting strangely.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that is what we know so far, but we do have spies in his... But it's terrible. Our spies are killed if they are discovered, so it's difficult to get this information. And she looks through the cipher and she says, I really don't I couldn't solve this cipher now. Maybe if you gave me 30 days to sit with it, I could. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll bring it back to you upstairs.
No. Okay. So, to summarize what you've told me,
Wait, did anybody ever... There was that one other letter written by the left-handed Kingfisher that threatened that said, stay quiet, or shut up, or whatever it was.
Yes.
That we found in the murder room.
Victims.
Yes.
The murder victims.
We
room.
definitely took it.
What was that note?
Yes, this note. It
Yeah.
says, stop talking.
Stop talking.
And you say it was written by someone left-handed?
Written by Kingfisher. You'll notice that you compared Kingfisher's handwriting.
Oh,
That's
my.
clearly his handwriting.
Well, I think all of this information would prove very useful in a trial if you would allow me to take this evidence to display in the trial. These letters and this letter. I think this could help because Kingfisher is not talking and we cannot torture him, of course.
What does the Tabaxian justice look like? Is it all the nice compassionate prison pillows? Is that across the board, or
Well, we certainly don't practice the death penalty.
no?
So, if he's found guilty, what happens to him?
That's what I'm asking. Yes.
Lives in a room of meals and pillows.
I suppose he would be banished, or if he is deemed too dangerous to be banished, yes, he would be contained compassionately.
And what would the rest of the Tabaxi like to do to us at this point? Do they want to re-imprison us?
I believe you also need to face a trial. I wouldn't be here alone if I were attempting to bring you to your trial, but you were imprisoned in order to face a trial. They wanted to sort everything out with Kingfisher and with you. I think very soon people may start searching the castle for you, because obviously you're not in your dungeon, your compassionate dungeon.
Well, I think, don't you guys think, I'm gonna adjust invisible glasses. Don't you guys think that we should probably hang on to that evidence, since not only is it evidence against Kingfisher, but it's actually our supporting evidence for why we did what we did. So we would need it to defend ourselves, not just for you to put him on trial.
I agree.
Yes.
These things are interrelated. I think
May I ask, Ancient Fish, could you, without alerting the rest of the tower, bring a cleric who can help on trance by casting calm emotions, or remove curse, or dispel evil, or
Greater
failing that,
restoration,
Greater
yes,
restoration.
I think it would be strange if I were to ask anyone to come to floor -18 by themselves. It would raise questions. You see, the entire tower is a Twitter about what's been happening with your murder of 24 Tabaxi.
technically they did that themselves.
Yes. Well, if you had stopped fighting and moving and stabbing your thorns into them, then
But-
they...
And there's no
died.
way that you could stall for, 12 or however many hours until tomorrow morning if we try to solve this problem internally.
My concern is that the people upstairs will be looking for you very soon. And I myself am of a mind that you all should face trial. It's only just. But I also believe that you are, in some sense, heroes, as this small, quiet gentleman has said a few times. We're heroes, he said. So, if there is in fact this evil that you have described to me, that Entrance was cursed by Kingfisher, who is in league with a dragon, who is working for someone else, you all may be the people to help us here, as we Tabaxis certainly have no way of dealing with the dragon.
In Burgonia, we have something called qualified immunity. Is there something possible if we were to help you? Can we perhaps forego this trial of ours? The good outweighing the perhaps not as appreciated?
My concern is that our first speaker, Elegant Heart, was present when the murders you committed took place, and when you yelled and shouted obscenities and craziness at our people. And as much as we 100 make decisions equally, we do in some way follow the lead of our first speaker. I just don't know if we 100 could make a decision as quickly as you might need. We 100 make decisions very slowly.
So you're telling us we should leave? Get out of here?
Could I have your solemn promise that you would return for trial?
What? At
Once-
like a later date, or?
Once this evil is dispatched with?
Once we've dispatched all the evil? Okay.
Well, the evil that is threatening Parvus, killing our people, the Grey-Mind dragon.
Are we fixing that problem?
Could we,
It's a dragon.
could we send an attorney in our stead?
Yeah, we know a great attorney. He's just not here today.
Well, if you're not, I believe in your group of unnamed heroes. If your group does not believe in your group, then
I believe in our group, but you're telling me if we leave here and go defeat a dragon for you to protect your people, you still want us to stand trial for your huggers?
Yeah, this to me does not make sense.
I'm sure you.
What if
recall
we
that
left here and just left?
You did not stand still while people ran into these spikes that are currently protruding from your body.
I clearly said, don't hug me. And then made spikes shoot out of my body. And what did they do?
Yes, well, a hug is not a violent gesture.
Not
It is
listening
when
to
you-
boundaries.
After they hugged you, you thrashed about, jaggedly cutting their flesh with your thorns.
Objection!
I think that was only the first couple.
I fear our time is short.
I have no
Appreciate-
problem. I have no problem coming back to stand trial because I think this whole thing is ridiculous. You have no case.
Right, shall we give a
Is
solemn
that,
promise?
That is a solemn promise.
That's the truth?
That is the truth. I think you have. I don't feel like.
Well,
I
since-
feel like if we leave here, we rescued Entrance, we destroyed these thoughts. We're gonna go. They want us to fight their dragon and solve their problem and come back and stand trial. What are they gonna say?
Well, if you're willing to stand trial, you're the only one that actually committed these crimes.
And what are they gonna do? And
This is
let
true.
me just carry out this thought experiment.
Yes.
If I'm found guilty, what happens? Compassionate prison.
Yes. Fair enough.
That's a good point.
Fair
Good
enough.
point.
Is it settled then? We'll come back to stand trial.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Is any of you saying yes but lying? So
I'm-
that you
I'm-
need to roll deception?
I'm lying by omission.
Yeah, I'm vaguely lying because like I really have no idea if I'm.
Alright, everyone who's lying, roll deception.
If Una's cool with it, Hasson's cool with it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
13.
Put us in the
Yeah,
pillow
the better
room?
one is 14. No good.
13.
Damn
Ancient
it.
Fish.
And I'm not saying I won't stand trial. I
Right.
might, but I'm
I
like.
just have not committed to
Ancient
it.
Fish is the spy master of the Tower
Yeah,
of Contemplation.
I
She's
know.
got sharp eyes.
Yeah.
And she looks at all of you and she says, I believe that some of you are willing to stand trial, but not others.
I'm not willing to leave my party behind, and that's true.
Yes. True of me as well.
Willing to leave my party.
In other words, if she's gonna come back, then we're all gonna come back.
Yes.
So after you end the evil that is plaguing this land, you will all return to receive trial.
Sure.
Very well. I
And an
appreciate it.
apology. And a thank
I
you.
mean, yeah, we hopefully a parade,
Yeah.
but
I appreciate your help. You have described yourselves as heroes, and this is a heroic action. None of us can undertake this matter. So, as you know, 20 years ago, many in our country were slaughtered by Liebenstock, and the only people that protected us were Elenia Toth, Borgone, and Rocinante. So, we need you. We need your help. So, that being said, your promise given, I will help you leave here. Do you know where you want to go?
What do you know about Sut Swamp?
But we also want to see things through with entrance, no?
Yeah,
we
We're
do
taking
need
our
to
trucks
see
with us.
don't we need a... Yeah, do you have a way or know somebody that could help Entrance with his madness so that we can talk to him about what has happened?
Yes, What is his condition?
He's cursed with indefinite madness.
Listen, he was thinking about some really interesting stuff.
Yes, I think that there are some of our monks of the blue that will be able to help in this matter. If you will allow me, I will take him with me.
I think we would like to come with you.
We need to speak to him when he's lucid.
Yeah, because he might have information on how we can stop these crazy thought beings.
Now, I could come with you, disguised as a tabaxi. When Entrance wakes up, I could interrogate him.
I suppose you could. My only concern is that your absence from your prison cell has been noticed, and people are searching for you. So, of course, while violence will not be committed against you, I fear that many more of our people will die if you are found. As Elegant Heart has a mind to make sure that you all see trial.
Could we abscond to some secret place nearby with Entrance, and could you bring a sympathetic monk?
A place to hide you.
Yes.
Or if we're going to Sutton Swamp, is there a cleric on the way somewhere? Come on, guy. Do the thingy. And his men's.
I could bring you upstairs. I could bring a cleric down here. But it is my concern that you might be discovered in the meantime.
Well, what if the rest of us were to make our way back to the compassionate prison? We say, oh.
Well, they know we're gone. They're
Right.
just going to find us, and that would probably stop our being able to leave. What if we headed over to Bronze Turn and waited over there
Yeah.
somewhere? Anybody looking for us over there?
I think you have a couple of options. I do think that I can get you out of the tower unnoticed.
Great.
Where did you say this dragon was headed?
To the northeast.
A volcano called Umbawa, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That
Oh,
makes
what makes you think it would head there?
Somebody who was looking at it
Oh,
felt that it was in that direction.
No, what makes you think it was headed to the volcano? I know the volcano is in the northeast, but...
Well, it just was
It's
heading
just
in
the
that
next
direction.
We don't know if it is going to.
I don't know. Dragons, maybe they're like hot things.
I don't know. I wrote that down for some reason, so I'm not sure.
Somebody
Somebody said something.
had an insight.
If
that-
the dragon is in that direction, why would you go to Sut Swamp?
Well, I'm interested in both and wondering if they have a relationship. Something there seems to be two things threatening your people. One, a dragon. Two, these thoughts. These thoughts were coming from him, we think, because of this book about Sut Swamp. So something's there. Then there's a dragon. So I see we got two problems.
Yeah, she got really smart since this battle, so
Really smart.
it makes sense to me.
Are you okay?
Okay, we're great. I mean, I'm a little shaky. It was quite a battle. It was intense.
Well, all right. I have two ideas. One, we can sneak you out of the castle somehow up through the stairs, put cloaks on you, make you look like a tabaxi, send you out the front. And I would suggest that you go to the northeast. Yes? To Bawa.
Sure.
Fair enough.
To find this gray mind and stop this dragon from overturning our magical boats and killing our people.
And is the idea that we are going to try to talk to Entrance here, that she will bring down a monk and do that and then we leave? Or are we trying to take Mad Entrance with us? What are we doing with Entrance?
She says, I will give you a moment to discuss privately.
Yes,
and she heads back all the way down the other end of the room so you guys can
That's
talk.
very considerate.
Well, so you can't try anything for him until
tomorrow.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you have a poison that can keep him unconscious through the night?
Oh, I'm sure I do. The question is if
You
he'll
can
wake
just
back
keep
up.
hitting him
I'll just
over
hit him
and
in the
over
head
again.
with my.
In the
I'd rather
face.
not hit him again.
I mean, I'll
He'll be
do it.
alright.
See, my thought was that
Are
we head over to the town because there was that other part of town,
The gift shop?
the turn, the
Are you
gift shop
taking
there.
the remnants of the Sut Swamp book with you? Can I quickly check around for any other books of interest that seem to be
Check around
of meaningful?
for books.
Yes.
I'm gonna check his body too, just to see if he
It'll
has
take a little while. Alright. Check his body, check some books.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we could head to the town, and she could send the cleric over there.
Or maybe there is a cleric not affiliated with the tower.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Spy
if
lady.
If they're
Roll
on the way.
investigation on the bookshelves, roll perception on the body.
That's gonna be 15.
Okay.
14.
Well,
So not only do we got to get out of this tower, but we got to get out of this
Island.
misty island. We got to
Yeah.
get back on the boat.
Right.
Yes, and they will have put out word to
An
the
APB.
only boat going back to the shore.
so Ancient Fish comes back and she says, have you decided to help us to deal with this dragon for us?
Yes. Will we be safe at the Bronze Turn?
Bronna's turn, I suppose. Yes.
Well, how would you get us off this island without your people, trying to fight us for some reason?
Well, there are two options. Well, I'm sure there are more than two options, but there are two options that I'm thinking of. One, we sneak you out of the castle, out of the tower, and you can do as you please, go to Bronna's turn, go back to Moncafa. There is another way. Are you all familiar with the Ozaran Expanse?
No.
No.
You would be. It's the desert that's to the north of the northeastern part of Parvus. Lord Hans, while you're looking around at books, you find a scroll of gentle repose.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that too.
It's you.
Has some. While you're looking at the body, you find a scroll of Zone of Truth.
Oh, cool. So look at this. I found a zone of truths.
Yeah.
I could-
Yeah. Is that a cleric spell or a wizard
It is.
spell?
If I take a nap,
Cleric
I can
spell.
do it. But no,
What?
no. I know it. I know it. I just
Alright.
would
It's
need
an
to think
enchantment
about
spell. I'll
it.
say thank you.
Alright.
Zone of Truth. Yes.
Not castable by a wizard.
Isn't it? It says second level enchantment.
Yep, but it's not castable by a
Oh,
wizard.
well then,
It's
here,
bark
please.
But
Cleric
I
and
can do
paladin.
it. I don't need the scroll for it. Although I suppose a free.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
have
the
to
free
use a
one. Alright,
slot
yep.
Or
Yep.
actually have it memorized, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I have it. No, I know it, but it. But then I won't have to think about it in the
Yeah,
moment.
So we got a Zone of Truth scroll and a, what did I say?
Gentle
Gentle
repose.
repose.
Both interesting utility purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Fish asks you if you're familiar with the Ozara Expanse, and has some you would be like, yeah, that's that big desert that's to the northeast of here, of Parvus. And a couple of you have your laptops up, so I will drop the map of Parvus into the Discord. OG Elenia Toth, Parvus.
I was gonna be like, just out of curiosity, are all of you pretty convinced that she's on the up and up, this one?
I think if she, there's no way to know because she's a spy master.
She says, of course I'm on the up and up. She hears you. Of course I'm on the up and up. I am one of the only people that believes in you, unnamed group of adventurers. I was excited to hear that you were coming here. And I'm hoping that you can help us. I wish you no ill will. So yeah, anybody who's on Discord can see the map and you can show it to Tim.
Yeah, I'm working on getting it.
So, the northeastern part of Parvus, above that is the Ozara Expanse, which is a big desert, and then above that is a bunch of crazy mountains, including Ngabawa. And, so she explains, I'm sure Hasem could tell you that, dark-skinned half-elves are known to live in Ozara, the Ozara Expanse, which is mostly considered by many to be a uninhabited desert, except by nomadic peoples of dark-skinned humans and half-elves who nomadically move through the desert. However, not very many people know that these dark-skinned half-elves are half-drow. And that there is an expanse of underground civilization under the Ozara Expanse. You see, the people of the Ozara Expanse were here the entire time that the halflings were here in Parvus 1,000 years ago. I'm sure you all remember the history of our country. The halflings released the Tabaxi slaves after Toth's rule. And the halflings were here and they slowly created this society with us, this freed slave Tabaxi.
I'm gonna squeeze Hasem's shoulder. I don't know how you're doing, but I'm like, let's just chill. It's okay. It'll be okay.
And she says, at the same time, the people of the Ozara Expanse, after experiencing Toth's tyranny, decided to stay underground and stay secret society. So there's an entire civilization of dark-skinned elven, half-elven people under that desert. And of course, their tunnels extend under Lake Kaffa. She stops for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard someone coming. We should be quick. My point is, if you wish to go to the northeast, I can bring you to an entrance to tunnels that will take you under the lake.
All right. Can you meet us? If anyone disagrees with this plan, let me know. Can you meet us at the turn with the monk, if you can, and then from there we'll take the tunnels once we wake on trance.
The entrance to the tunnels is on floor -10. 2 floors below us here. Brana's turn is on the other side of the island.
Are there any trustworthy monks that you could bring through the tunnels later and meet us in the tunnels?
I'm confused by your request. I care deeply for Entrance. He's a friend of mine. We have clerics here that can heal him. You let me take him with me, and we will cure him.
We were suspecting that there's information that Entrance might have that might help us in our encounter with the dragon.
And they are family. He probably wants to report back.
And to be fair, you guys walled him up and left him for 2 months in a basement, so...
Yeah.
Very true. And I was sent here from my family to rescue Entrance.
So our concern is with his health, of course.
Perhaps you now have doubly a reason to return. consider it.
I would rather take him with us, I think.
Yes, we're taking him with us. If you care about his welfare, you'll send us a monk to help, if you can. I understand if you can't.
No.
But if you have the ability, you must.
It will help
She
us
says,
help you.
one moment.
I'm having one other thought, though.
Okay.
Is much like...
She walks back to the entrance to the library.
Yeah, I think we need
I'm just thinking of much like that crazy thing that you're carrying around in its holder and how we wanted to keep them separate. Maybe putting on Trance near the dragon is not the best idea. But I don't know.
I
Just
feel like
depends
we
how
figure
related
this out
it is.
later. You
Yes,
know, I
we
think
just need to wake
go.
Antrance up
I think we're
and
going to walk.
speak to him,
Yeah,
yes.
well, we...
You hear
around
Ancient
the
Fish
skeleton.
talking in the hallway outside
Yeah,
of the
let's
room.
head to
I'm gonna
negative 10.
cast Pass Without a Trace on our
Fuck yeah.
And I can't carry him for 2 days. I just want everyone to know.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Who's
I'm
the
pretty strong. I can do it.
All right.
Yeah, he's tiny.
We'll
It's
take-
alright.
Show us the tunnel.
It would be slow.
She's out in the hallway and you
Yeah,
can
no,
hear her
so we
talking.
need to go to
you guys are
we
alone.
need to
in the
go to
library.
negative 10. Let's go now. Maybe
Who
we
does
can
it sound
find
like
it
she's talking to?
without her.
It's 300 feet across this library. You just hear voices.
And there's only the one exit out of the library?
It doesn't matter. It's not going to be good for us to see anyway. We should get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Well,
I can turn invisible.
I feel like she's gonna talk the person away, but we gotta get out of here.
All right.
And that's
Yeah, so let's go.
She pokes her head back in the room
More
and
like
says, "If you want to do the tunnels, you should come with me now."
All right. Let's
go.
do
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
let's go.
So who's carrying on Trance?
I am a little bit strong fireman, you know. Carry hay.
Una, would you like to
bales
not
and
be
stuff.
covered in thorns?
I kind of like it.
I don't know. I mean, we're going into tunnels.
If you want to not be covered with thorns, let me know.
Will do. For now, I'm cool.
All right.
As long as she can carry him. I can drag him by a rope if you need.
Right, no, I just want to be super fast, but I can do it.
Una, you're still shivering a little bit, and
I'm clocking it, but I won't
Just
say
out of
anything.
curiosity, how many times can you cast Remove Curse?
2 times.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a little.
Yeah, right. To the nose. Yeah, it's very...
so
Yeah.
so she gestures at you from the
Yeah.
the door to the large room,
Yes.
and you guys approach her.
Yes.
Yes.
So as you get close to the door, she says, one of the monks was searching here. I think there are fewer people here because this was all.
Warded.
It's a dangerous place, I
Yes.
suppose. But I think that they're going to be looking for you both above and below. So
All right.
Tunnels.
if you'll follow me.
Yes.
So she leads you back out of the dusty, musty, messed up library, and back through the checking out books room and the big circular foyer, and to the spiral staircase, which is darker and mustier down here on -8, and she takes you down further.
Yes, though. Down the stairs. Although I'll be like, can you help me with his legs? A little wobbly.
Yeah, maybe we should make an athletics check.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It's an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daphne is strong and powerful, and well balanced. Her center of gravity is in the right place.
Perfect. I am woman, hear me roar.
Yes, and she brings him down the stairs, and you all arrive on floor -10, 10 stories below the earth, and this floor appears to have no archways or doorways. The spiral staircase just continues downwards from here. The walls are jagged, natural rock. And she listens again as you're going down the stairs, and she hears something, and then she looks at you both, and she says, I hear 3 sets of footsteps. Do you hear that?
I don't know. I'll try to hear.
Sure, roll perception. She rolled a nat 20, though, on the perception.
Wow.
Little ears went chip chip.
25.
Yeah, you hear at least 3 sets of footprints, foot sounds,
Footsteps.
footsteps.
Pads.
It sounds like it's a few stories up, but you can hear movement up there as you all pause. And she says, I'm sorry to do this in such a rush, but if you want to leave up through the top of the castle, you can. But I think that this would be.
Yes.
And she sort of puts her hands on this seemingly raw stone and somehow finds finger holds in them, and it starts to glow blue a little bit as she her hands start to turn, and a circular opening is revealed in this rock.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And she says, this system of tunnels has not been used for a long time. It connects to where the Drow live in the Ozara Expanse. Centuries have gone by since any civilized people have walked these halls under this lake, as far as I know. I also have no idea what condition everything is in, so be careful. And I trust your word that you will all be coming back to receive your trial.
Thank you.
Are you sure you need to take on Trance?
Yes.
We'll send if he can recover and he wants to come back, we'll send him back.
Do I have your word that you'll keep him safe?
Yes.
To the best of our ability, right?
Yes, I will keep him safe. He's my cousin.
Please go. You guys all go in?
Go
Yeah.
on.
You guys go in. Just
Alright.
a little deeper, and then she starts doing stuff outside of there,
His head out of the way.
and the rock shifts back and locks into place. How many of you have dark vision?
I do. I'll go first too. I'm spiky and I have dark vision.
Great.
Boy, I'm never going back to that place for some fucking trial. Are you kidding me?
Something later.
You're gonna have to go back in time and roll deception if that was your. Wait, who's got dark vision? You're a human, so you don't, and you're a human, so you don't. So only her. So, as the door shuts, you are in complete and utter darkness. Not only that, but intense silence. It's silence that is so silent that it practically roars. And you know that you are at least 100 feet underground. There's a few feet of rock separating you from the staircase that you were just on. And it is absolutely pitch dark and completely silent.
Well, I would like to take out a torch and use prestidigitation. Instantly light it.
You light the torch.
I looked on the torch, it's not so bright. Just down a little bit.
Yes, the torch flames to life, blinding you a little bit.
Yes, prestidigitation.
Right.
What do you think? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yes, very, very cool.
That's great. I'm gonna make a bonfire 30 feet ahead of us.
Yeah, so now the passageway is filled with fire. There's a bonfire that's 30 feet ahead of you in the hallway, and you see rough-hewn rock. It almost appears natural and never hewn at all, stretching before you in a very, very long hallway that, despite the lights that you've lit, nonetheless is a black circle about 60 feet away And before they lit the torches, Una, your dark vision was struggling in how dark this was.
So dark.
Yeah, you were like barely seeing, shades of gray and stuff.
Do we get the feeling this is magical darkness?
You can roll if you want to.
Nah, that's okay.
So, well, let's proceed.
Yeah.
I think let's find a place to rest. I need to restore myself, and it would be
How-
wonderful to
yeah.
help Entrance as soon as we can.
How tall, wide is the circle? Is it
Right, is it
standing up? Is it
cavernous,
near our
or-
head?
right.
Big tunnel, little tunnel.
No, it's about 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide and spherical here.
Oh.
Okay.
And the ground and the walls and the ceiling are jagged. It's like a 6x6 circular cave.
Yeah.
Little claustrophobic.
Well, if we want to take a rest here, we can. I mean, it was a magic barrier, and we were passed without a trace, so we couldn't be tracked.
That's
All
true.
right. Well, shall we? And then if Entrance can't be roused, perhaps we can simply send him back into the tower.
We can figure out what to do with Entrance if it doesn't work.
You guys gonna take a long rest?
She's going
Yeah.
to. I
Sure.
think. Yeah. Do we need? I guess so.
Watches?
Right?
Yeah, we should
Yeah. Well,
definitely
yes,
have
watches, but
Yes. And will you?
How long does that bonfire last?
No, I
You
was
can recast it,
Yeah,
right?
I can recast it.
I hope you can sedate Entrance.
I could do hold person first. Although, do I need to concentrate on both? I would guess
Need to
so.
hold his brain.
Let's see. La 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 la. I am thinking about my powers.
Should we hit him again right now?
I'll just give him a little simmy. Scimitar. Simmy.
Are you guys thinking about a short rest or a long rest?
Well, I need long to change
Long
the
if we're
spell.
changing, yeah.
That one I actually don't need to concentrate on. So yeah, we could do. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do a lot more during the day. That's awesome. But I can. We could do hold person, and then I will have a minute. But it only takes like this if the remove curse works. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to improvise.
All right.
Well, you can do remove curse before he wakes up.
Oh, did you want and then hold him after? Is that what you want?
Let's see if the remove curse
Okay,
works.
we'll try the remove curse
Yes.
first.
I don't
Great.
think we need holding him. Doesn't stop him from thinking.
Exactly.
No, it does not.
Yeah, we can just keep hitting him.
Great.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, that saves me some energy. That's great.
Although I can hypnotic gaze him, which would stop him from thinking.
Maybe. Yeah.
Let's see.
Try it.
What will I get
I can hold him, but it'll hurt.
I mean, that might be okay.
I mean, the main thing is knock him out, right?
Just don't kill. Yes.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys long resting?
Yes.
With watches.
Yes.
With watches.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
If he stirs at all, hit him in the face.
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody he moves, punch him.
Who are the three that are watching?
I'll be last watch.
I can watch.
I'll be first watch.
All right. I'll get a full night's sleep. That sounds good.
Wizard.
Okay, first watch, roll a d20.
13.
Second watch, roll a d20.
1.
Okay.
Have fun.
So set the scene for me. What second watch looks like? What's everybody doing during second watch?
Yeah, but I figure.
I'm sleeping.
Yep. And Hassan snores surprisingly loud. This is. I don't think I've heard him do this, but I'm pondering this.
I'm doing my mage armor thing, by the way.
Yeah, you would do that like an hour before you get up. Everybody,
Una's kind of
tell
a
me what
little
you're
more
up to.
fidgety in her sleep. than-
spiky self.
Yeah, it is a little strange. She's moving more than she usually does in her sleep.
Thanks,
But,
dreaming.
yeah. Making a note. Very interesting.
Such swamp. Such swamp.
Two teeth.
Yes, I think it's quiet. The past couple days and things that have been dredged up. Gives definitely a lot to think about. But you know, I think actually she doesn't mind the dark and the quiet. Finds it peaceful.
So Daphne, roll perception.
12? It's not great.
Actually, first off, first off, roll a d6. Tell me what you got.
3.
Okay.
Rocks fall. The end.
The end.
Alright. Let's see.
Oops.
This is gonna be interesting.
You like it?
Interesting. And it's gonna take a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a new mini for you, Daphne?
Yeah, I couldn't find the plague mask one.
But it works, you know, blinged out. It's great.
You guys put yourself in order in that tunnel.
Where's the front?
What is
This
This is towards the tower.
Okay, so then I would be probably the furthest.
Are
up,
we
right?
in
If I'm
this
keeping
channel? Or is this...
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if I'm keeping
this
watch,
is
I'm
the-
probably at the front.
it's
I
a
was-
6 foot by 6 foot tunnel, so it's pretty tight.
I will be wherever. Yeah, I'm just sleeping.
Yeah, we'll put you in the middle. You're squishy.
I gotta grab something out of the house,
Jeez.
and I gotta look
Okay.
something up.
Great.
So,
You're welcome, everyone.
So bad.
okay, everybody roll initiative and tell me what you got.
4.
16.
15.
Well, actually, I'm just very well. Sorry. 14.
7.
Yeah, right. Come on.
You said,
15.
Una said 7?
Yep.
What did Han say?
16.
16, 15, 14, 7.
Yay! Alright. Now, what kind of creepy thing am I gonna do? You're like, nothing. Don't do anything.
I forgot to say in my check-in that I also took Tia and I went to go see The Blackening.
Oh, was it
how was
fun?
it?
Was it
It's
good?
totally fun.
Oh, good.
It's ridiculous, but it's so
What's the
fun.
blackening?
It's like a horror movie, but like they could see being like everyone is black, so because like the black person always like
It's
dies first,
Okay.
so it's like
We all
horror
can't
tropes
die
for-
first.
yeah.
First,
Yeah.
yeah.
persons of
But
color
it's-
horror comedy.
It's just like, yeah. Shout outs to all the horror movies.
I
pretty much.
love that. I love horror so much.
Yeah.
Alright. Lord Hans. Roll a wisdom save.
Cute.
8.
Good.
What's your HP right now?
24. Well, it depends. How much did I recover from resting?
Nothing.
No,
What's your
16.
HP? 16. Your HP is 16?
Yeah.
That was after eating your good berries?
Yep.
He's a wizard.
You should ask for some more good berries, man.
It's okay.
Got fucking savaged in that battle. And I thought we were taking a long rest. I was like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Very specific.
unfortunately,
That-
Daphne
this
rolled a 1.
happens. It happens.
The fates be fating.
Yep.
How many hit points did you say?
16.
You did.
You take 16 points of damage.
Oh,
Definitely.
You take 16 points of psychic damage. And something appears next to you. And we can pass this thing around.
oh, criminies.
So cute.
Look at it. I think I did a baby squid.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna eat your brains?
Maybe.
It looks cool. Forgive me.
It kind of looks like an uncooked chicken or turkey to me.
I need to see it from the
Little
front.
bit.
Thank you.
And you know, it's every bit as dangerous
smiling.
as eating an uncooked chicken.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but yeah, from this side, it does look like a turkey.
I can see it.
Oh, from the ceiling?
Who knows?
You're the only one that's awake.
Yeah.
He would be awake if he wasn't now at 0 hit points. So it materializes next to Lord Hans. So you're standing there in the hallway. You think maybe you hear something. You're not sure. And then all of a sudden, this large creature materializes in the hallway next to Lord Hans, and it's got little red tentacles on the front of it that are going into his head.
Yeah,
like,
that's not good.
around his ear and like into his head.
Ugh.
And it's hovering. It's hovering next to him. And
Your brain will get me.
and okay, so Hassan is asleep. Una is asleep.
No, but I have a 4. Oh, right. Okay, if it rolled really
Does
high. Got
Hans
it.
make some sort of cry as he's experiencing psychic
No.
damage?
Terrible nightmare, man.
Daphne, is your turn.
Yep. So I think she sees it drop down and is like, ah! You know, so hopefully, you know, people will wake up. But I think as a reflex almost casts healing word on Hans. Because that's what she does at the end of the day. She's a doctor. So let's see, at 2nd level, do I add another one?
How many HP you have, Daphne?
40 out of 42. Yes.
Good thing you ate those good berries, Lord Hans.
9 plus 5, you get 14.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we're gonna do some good old Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Yep. So wisdom 16, please.
It fails.
Yeah, you'll love to see it.
By the way, when it materialized and it fucked with Lord Hans's head,
Yeah.
like a glowing green and purple shield sort of came up around it.
Ooh. Oh wait, no, that's not a 1. That's a 7. Okay. 9 necrotic damage, if in you please.
Okay, some bells that the sleeping people don't hear necrotically ring around this monster.
Although I did say ah, so I don't know if that matters, but it's screaming.
We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, so and how much damage did you say?
9.
9. All right. So as this thing takes damage and its sort of shield-looking thing depletes, you see in the surface of the shield an image of Lord Hans talking to a young woman just for a split second.
Do we recognize this one, or do I recognize this woman? Is this what's her nuts?
I know who it might be, but
You can roll history.
Yeah, you know she likes the tea.
Or wait a second. You have that perfect memory thing.
No, I don't. I'm not a wizard.
No, don't you have the observant feat?
Observant. I thought it's keen mind has the perfect recall. I can read lips.
Okay.
yeah, same.
Yeah, but
And you have all that.
it is only a
What'd you
9.
roll?
So 9. So I don't.
Okay. It vaguely, like, you've seen that face somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm busy looking at the big fucking turkey sucking thing.
Yeah.
Turkey sucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, take some damage. And it's turn again. And let's see. Where'd that go?
From her scream, is there a chance that we could wake up or no?
Oh yeah. Why don't the two sleepers roll a d20, and if you roll above a 10, you wake up.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10.
Y'all.
That's not above a 10. I'll say one of you wakes up, and I will make it
She's closer.
her.
Alright.
All right, so she wakes up. She wakes up from the scream. What was I gonna-
No. whatever. She's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Daphne,
Yes.
make an intelligence save.
Oh, I'm good at that. We'll do 14.
No.
Okay.
Okay, Daphne, you...
I was gonna say, should we have an entrance? Mark.
Daphne, you see, standing behind you, your dead husband.
What?
Okay.
We don't see it though, right? Oh, I'm asleep, so it doesn't matter.
And he's, the worse for wear. Like,
Yeah.
not reincarnated husband.
Yep.
And he is holding a dagger. And he says, How could you do this to me?
I think she is totally taken out of whatever this is. I don't speak French, but whatever it is, it's just like cascade of blah 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 blah. But it looks thrown off probably more than you've ever seen her, and is not paying attention.
He darts towards you with a dagger he's holding. And you take 4 psychic damage.
Yeah, I think she doesn't try to block it. Okay.
All right. And how many hit points did Lord Hans get?
14.
All right, Lord Hans, you're back.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Can this thing see me or hear me? It has eyes, right?
Yeah. Yeti,
You're gonna gaze it.
you're gonna hypnotic gaze it.
I'm hypnotic gazing it.
Okay, what is that? A wisdom save?
Wisdom save, DC 17.
Wow, that's really
It fails.
It is now incapacitated. Speed is 0, and it is visibly dazed.
Uh-huh.
And it is compelled to continue staring into my gaze.
It's
Wow.
gonna stare into your gaze
Wow.
for days.
And and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to say, "Wake up, handsome!"
He's like going to the school of William Shatner. It's great.
Wake up, handsome!
So good.
All right. Roll a d20, Hassan. I want you to be asleep.
I got a 4.
Yeah, you're stirring in your sleep. You're stirring, but you're not awake.
Stupid fights. And
But you're the only one that's still asleep. So when he incapacitates that creature, the image of your dead husband disappears. Obviously, it's still affecting you. You're done?
I'm just holding it in my hypnotic gaze. I gotta stay within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Fucking... Alright, Michael, make a wisdom save.
that would be a 23.
Okay. You take... Where'd I put my dice, yo? Oh well. Guess I'll just roll these ones instead. You take 7 psychic damage, and what's your hit points right now?
Now it's at 36.
After the 7?
Yep.
All right, so you take 7 points of psychic damage, and you are awake. And another one of these creatures appears behind you in this 5 foot by 5 foot tunnel. Hassan, it's your turn.
I assume there isn't enough space behind me or anywhere else, right? Everything is filled up at this point.
What do you want to do?
Like to summon summon a beast.
Yeah. There's not any room. You could summon them up ahead, or behind. We could extend. Well, that's where the wall of the tower is.
That's the wall of the tower.
So you could summon them ahead where the other people are.
I'll just I'll create a bonfire where this thing's standing.
All right.
Deck save.
It fails.
Sweet.
Yeah.
7 fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes it, and you hear a little squeal. A little creepy squeal.
And now you woke me up for what?
Squeak! Barbecue!
I guess I was getting hungry. Need some turkey.
All right.
That's all I got.
So, Una, you're up.
The fuck?
So you're awake, right?
Yeah, I'm awake.
And there's some fucking weird-looking turkey creatures that are sucking on people's brains with tentacles.
Yeah.
And what are you up to?
Well, good. So if I look around...
Also, don't look at the lights. You're gonna be blinded.
Pew.
I'm gonna turn on the lights.
So, here's my question. Is in the trying to move past someone... Might need
It's like right there.
in my trying to move past
Use that. You can move past your friends.
without hurting them. Okay,
Well, that's I think that's a different story.
that's a different story.
You don't have to touch them to squeeze by them.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna
Thorn.
kill Hans while I walk past him. But let's just be honest. If I woke up and there was 2 weird brain suckers in a hallway, what would I do? I'd go into a rage.
Yep. Makes sense to me.
All right.
Roll it.
Whee!
Roll your rage.
Do. It's a D10, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing. It's gonna be a 9.
Is it a 9?
It's a 9.
Okay, you gotta use the orb in your pocket.
That's what I was hoping
Pick a target.
What you
for. So
want?
I'm gonna look right at this one, then my closest thingamajigger.
Ah, you want the big ball? Her orb glows in her hand.
Let's make it awesome! Oh my god. Oh fuck, I rolled it while I saw it.
Here. Roll it in here. There's
Thank
a
you.
double dice tray for
Thank you.
that exact purpose.
76.
Oh shit, that's a good one, I think. Let's find out. Yes! Oh no! I kinda know! Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Oh God.
Let's do it. Shit! I could change it to fire bolts.
It's orbin time!
Whatever it is. It's supposed to be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What happens in chaos?
6,
Commander Chaos is
7, 8.
I was having a good dream!
If you're here, yeah, you're gonna hit everybody.
Oh,
so
God.
let's roll this. Roll this to find out how much damage we do.
Sorry, guys!
No, I'm dead. Sure.
No.
Deck save, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, let's find out the DC.
Boy.
The DC is 15.
Oh,
The
okay.
DC 15 deck save.
At least I passed that.
Last one. Hold on. Okay.
You get to do one too.
Yeah, but I'm
6,
dead if I lose.
10,
If I lose, I have to lose Nick.
15.
It would
Just
be-
roll your save, bro. You're okay.
21.
Aren't you wearing that fucking
23,
necklace?
24,
Yes.
25.
Roll the save.
You'll be
26,
Deck save?
10,
Oh, 19.
20,
So you'll end up taking.
6, 27, 28, 30, 31.
10, 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 31. Yep. Okay, who failed?
Not
I
I.
don't know if you two have rolled yet.
Has
Oh, I
everybody rolled?
thought. Am I not?
19.
Oh, that's gonna hit me too.
It's
I
a
thought.
20.
Is it not going?
It hits
this way?
everyone.
It's a
Oh,
20-foot radius from it.
Oh, including me. Deck save? What was it?
Nope. I failed. That's a 9.
You roll up or down?
What?
Round up or down? 16 damage? 15
Oh,
damage?
round down, yeah.
Okay, 15.
So you failed?
Yep.
And you
So
failed?
31.
Yes.
I'm also
Okay, so
going to
five.
cast Absorb Elements Fire.
So Daphne.
Yep, 31.
So you go down to 5.
Yep.
And Una, you go down to 29. Or what were you at for HP?
I was at 31.
Okay, you go down to 0.
And I went into a rage. So shouldn't I get half?
Oh,
Or
do
no?
you have the orc thing where you pop back up when you have 1?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have.
Oh, I don't have.
You're not a totem barbarian.
Oh,
It's
right,
a
right,
regular
right.
barbarian. So
You're the
you
king.
burn the shit out of yourself, and then you pop back up at 1 hit point. And Hassan, you lost 15.
I'm gonna do absorb elements to quarter it. So.
Okay, so
29.
you'll take 7.
Yeah.
So you'll go to 29. And Lord Hans, you passed.
I passed, but I'm still taking 15 damage on 14 hit points.
Right, so you go to 0. And now I gotta do the dex saves for these creatures. Which, even if Fireball wouldn't reach the one in the back, I'm gonna say that this creates kind of a backdraft situation where this fire just erupts down the
Yeah, that's
hallway
sweet.
and consumes these floating brain turkeys, which are actually from Spelljammer and are called Fears, but spelled F-E-Y-R.
Oh, looks like the best.
Yep.
Unless they got
Sons of
negatives.
bitches.
Nope, they got good decks. So they take, let's see, the shield on one of them that you saw dissipates. Daphne, you see the shield dissipate on the one. And the other one takes some damage, and both of them look a little roasted. And someone calls out, "Let's roast these turkeys." Alright, so Una, you raged as a bonus action, and that happened. You popped up with 1 hit point, which technically would get rid of your rage. Because if you, right? If she went unconscious
If she
first?
technically went unconscious, then yeah, she's no longer raging.
Yeah. What's the name of that feature? Relentless?
Relentless endurance.
Yeah.
What's it say?
I'm about to tell you.
Actually going.
When you are reduced to 0 HP... When you are reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead, once per long
so she
rest.
didn't go unconscious?
Yeah, alright, so you're in a rage, and so you have extra attack, you have your action, you have your extra attack. What are you gonna do?
You're now not hurting me moving past me since I'm lying on the floor.
Well,
You'll be scraping him with your thorns.
the other thing. Oh, there's no room back there though. I was gonna say I could,
you could
Misty step behind the other one.
Although Hassan is small, can't you share a space with him?
Gonna be some thorns involved.
Yeah, that would stab him too. But well then I just jump over him if he's on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like wee, and I'm gonna try to hit that one then.
Alright, roll to attack.
Be like motherfucker! I got 1 hit point. To 18.
Hit.
Whee!
Is it the one that nibbled Tim originally?
Yes.
Lord Hans?
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's gonna be 6.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes the damage. Your scimitar sinks into its brainy flesh. All 4 of its little yellow eyes darting around as it continues to extend its tendrils into Hans' brain.
And I have extra attack?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Level 5.
again!
Didn't it release its grasp when it was incapacitated on my brain?
Let's
Shit.
stuck it back in.
That's
It likes you.
my extra attack is.
Alright, you
10.
miss. You miss with your other attack. And I imagine you touch it, so roll a d4 for your thorns.
Oh yeah.
You wanna just accidentally bump into it using your movement?
I'll get to death!
You wanna hug, motherfucker? 2.
Yeah.
Dude, this is how I killed those cats,
Yeah.
turkey. And yeah, your thorns stab into this floating tendril-covered brain, tendril-having brain. Okay, Daphne, you're up.
So I think getting flambéed is the only thing that really could have shaken her out of this for a second. So I think, again, it's like muscle memory, like turns around, goes over to Hans and does spare the dying, like not even really looking at him, and I think sort of casts healing word as a bonus action on Una behind her second level, so that'll be
It's like a medieval paramedic going to work in the middle of a backdraft explosion in a chimney-shaped hallway.
4, 6, 9. So you also get 14.
Woohoo!
But I think still keeps her back to it. It is still like looking out into the darkness.
Okay, so Una's at 15, and Daphne's at
5. I didn't.
At 5.
Yeah.
Oh, and she stabilized Lord Hans.
That's right.
Okay. Any movement or anything?
No,
you good?
she's staring into the void.
All right. The one that's up on Lord Hans is thinking about Una.
That's right.
So Una, make an intelligence save, please. And you know what? Do it with advantage because
she's feeling cocky.
Is he thinking?
Yeah.
Oh my god, terrible though. Intelligence?
Do you still have your inspiration?
I do. Maybe I'll try that again. But I don't get to roll with advantage again, right? And 7, 9, 10. I'll try it. Oh, so much better. 16.
Ah, very good.
Woo!
You feel an image take hold of your mind, and the captain from your first ship that sold you away
Corso
looks at you and says, "We never wanted you." But then he disappears. And let's see. Okay, Lord Hans, you're unconscious, but you don't have to make a death save.
That's right.
All right, and then this other one that's behind has some. Let's see. The one that's behind has some.
It's also standing in fire. If it doesn't leave it, it's gonna.
Okay, it's starting its turn in fire, so it'll make a dex save.
Only if it ends its turn in the fire.
Ah.
So
all right. Well, it's going to end its turn in fire.
Okay.
So it passed its save. Is your save 15 or was
15?
It? Yeah. Okay, so it passed the save. So that one that's behind has some. It's gonna try to hit you with one of its creepy red tentacles. And it hits, for sure. And
My fire's still there.
what?
Concentration on my fire.
The fire stayed. Okay. How are your hit points right now?
I'm at 29.
Okay, you take 14 psychic damage as the tentacle sort of loops into your ear. Let's see. So you're at 14?
Yep.
The tentacle sort of loops into your ear and pokes at your brain as you take some psychic damage. And
you said I took 14 or
you took 14.
Okay.
So you're at 15.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, the tentacle like loops into your ear and pokes you in the brain, and the other one wraps around your neck, and you are grappled.
Wow.
And
Just grappled or any additional effects?
you're grappled.
Okay.
And whoa, music's getting wild. All right, Hassan, you're up.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on Unconscious Man.
Thank you.
Ooh, for the minimum of 5 hit points.
Yeah.
He's up. He's prostrate, but he's up. He's awake. Coming back to life, ready to wield magic to slaughter floating turkey brains.
I'm going to grapple if I attack.
By the way, if you put the shadow on your face, it defeats the purpose of having the light. But that's okay. It makes us able to see the table and stuff.
I'm gonna attack the. Is one of these turkeys look more injured than the other?
Yes. The most injured turkey. You are the weakest turkey. The most injured turkey is the one that is closest to the door.
Okay,
The one behind you.
Thorn with that guy. 19 hit?
Yes.
Get him.
He takes 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
That's all.
You're out of spell slots?
Well, I healed. I did healing word on him, so I couldn't. I had to do a cantrip.
Okay. I just couldn't remember how many times you conjured animals and did other stuff with the other one. All right, so you thorn whip that thing, and Una, you're up.
I'm going to hit it some more.
All right, roll the hit. Oh, also you can use your sphere as a bonus action.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Anytime.
Fireball! Let's go!
I got one more.
Probably won't roll a fireball again. You never did that before.
No.
got a TPK
That's
one
going to
time
be a
with
17.
Wild magic sorcery.
Yeah, if you guys weren't level 5, I would make it a firebolt instead of a fireball.
Yeah,
But
our DM didn't do that around.
Yeah.
17 to hit.
That one.
Jesus. Does a 17 hit?
no,
Damn.
it's floating, it's darting, it's dodging.
Fuck. Well, I'm going to try it with my other hand then. Damn. I'm
She's
still
got a plus
shaky.
7 to hit. It's
13. Got a plus 8 now for some reason.
You attack 3 times?
I missed. What do you do? A bonus?
You can use
You
your
got a bonus
orb.
action offhand attack.
Oh,
Or you
man.
can use your orb.
And I got an extra hand. Let's orbit.
You can orbit or you can scimitar offhand attack. You rolled lower than 18 on both of your hits?
Yes.
Alright.
What would Raging Una do?
She'd orbit.
Yeah,
She's gonna,
do
she
it.
would
Do
try
it.
to jam the orb.
Here comes the orb!
She wants to jam
Here
it
comes the
into its
orb.
body and watch it
I
explode.
hope you guys don't all die!
Hope we don't all die.
I mean, the fireball would kill him. I
That'd
think.
be amazing. 42?
42 is the secret of the universe
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Did someone choose something special for that?
Fire ocean.
What is the target? This one
That one.
has some. How many hit points you got?
I got 15.
All right, I got good news and bad news.
Me too. So
Chain
whatever
lightning-
happens,
or lightning bolt?
Terrible.
Yeah, it's lightning bolt. So
Nice,
you
nice.
hold your your orb up to these creatures, and
What's the saving throw?
hang on, it's gonna be DC 15.
Ah, fuck.
You hold your orb up
Guys,
to these
break.
creatures, and a wave of lightning blasts out of your globe, shooting down this cavernous hallway, zipping right through their bodies, and has some. Oh, that's where the other dice are.
Oh yeah, they're all over here.
It's 68, but it's in a line down the hallway, or AC6.
All right, so
Add
it's
it up.
gonna be 10, 27.
Better than a fireball.
27.
Yeah.
Okay. Describe the death of the one that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like.
Describe both of their deaths.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. She's gonna take the orb and like punch it into its face and just be like, "Ah!" And then just crackling lightning circles around it and bolts out, and then its like gooey splatter just coats Hassim as it shoots past him and bores into the other one that just turns into like wallpaper.
Lord Han's never got a turn.
No, I hypnotic gazed him.
Yes.
That's right.
And
And
I
you woke up
clutch.
Hasm.
right, which broke the illusion
Yeah.
for her. Actually, wasn't helpful.
Yeah. No, that was good.
So you, let me get all these dice back. Shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you hold up that globe and lightning bursts out of your hand right through the flying turkey and through Hassim. And you know what? You failed.
I did, but I was gonna do absorb elements. How much damage?
Okay, so it's 27. So like 13.
Okay. Hey, I'm still up.
So you go down to 2 hit points
Yep.
as the lightning blasts through you, and it bounces off the wall behind you, and then you guys all have to save again.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Join.
Yeah, I seem to remember accidentally killing myself with lightning bolts
It's
in video games.
and like first and second edition are meat grinders. Like you didn't get attached to characters; you had like a stack of them.
All right. right, you guys. These creatures are dead.
I took a lot of damage.
Well, thank goodness for the safe alternative of taking the tunnel.
I like being woken up.
Daphne's gonna wander over to Hazem, and I'll use my last 3rd level to do Cure Wounds.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat my 4 good berries too.
So I will let you all complete the long rest,
Yeah.
Thank you.
unless the remaining watch person also rolls a 1,
You want me to roll
That's
one?
Hazem.
whereby we're about to get really crunchy.
You got.
But you know what's
13
nice about
back.
having a halfling on watch
13.
is he
Lucky.
can't roll a 1.
Yeah.
Well, not the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the dice.
All right,
gods,
let's see if
really.
you roll 1 twice.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Nice.
So you guys get your long rest. So yeah, do your long rest stuff, and I want to hear how your characters respond to what happened.
Everyone gets 10 good berries.
Thank you.
And when Hassan gives you good berries, he's like, "The fuck are you doing with this orb?" that hurt a lot.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like a lot.
I'm still dialing it in. It's got many facets. I wish I could recreate what I did back on the boat. That was the most awesome thing. But
I think maybe Daphne was up first, and as you guys are waking up, she's already hovering over en trance, like, again, sort of on autopilot, but ready to try the, like, are we ready to try?
Yes.
Okay, so she will cast Remove Curse.
Okay, describe what this looks like.
Well, it depends on what happens, I think. But so the description of the spell is: at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner. Blah blah. Okay, so that doesn't matter. But I think what it looks like is extracting like bad. So I think it's like, you know, maybe the sort of like black purple energy or whatever, and it's coming out of him like into her fingertips, like reverse curse, whatever. But I think
Yeah.
so, but it's just still kind of, you know.
So you
Out of it.
see that happen, and as he's, you know, lying prostrate on the floor, his body arches upwards, his back arches, and he's sort of lifted off the floor a little bit as you see like black and blue tendrils coming out of his chest into your fingers, and the spell ends, and he flops back to the floor, unconscious.
Shall we wake him?
Yeah, she's gonna. She'll stay with everybody, but I think is gonna wander to the back or whatever.
It looked to me like it worked. Can I check and see if I think it worked? It seemed like it
Yeah,
did.
you can roll Arcana.
That's going to be I think a 13.
Yeah, you think it worked.
I think it worked.
Great. Why don't you wake him up?
I'll stand
Yeah,
over it.
we're both like.
Get ready to cold cock.
Does Antron still look hurt? The
Yeah.
beating he took yesterday? I'm going to use my fragile amulet of healing word on Antrance.
Okay.
As I gently wake him. Antrance.
You want to roll a d4?
Yes, is that what my fragile amulet does?
Yes, it does a d4 plus 4.
6.
All right, he gets 6 hit points back.
And I try to rouse him gently. Antrance! Wake up! Antrance! We're at the Sut Swamp! Antrance, your curse is removed!
I slap him.
Daphne, do you have something that can revitalize, can give him a little spring in his step, if you catch my drift?
It's just like thinking.
Look at this.
I pour some water on his face.
I mean,
Maybe we should.
he might. This slumber might not be natural.
Well, maybe we could just keep carrying him. You good to keep carrying him for a bit so we can get out of this hallway where turkeys are coming out of the walls?
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself and do bull's strength, which doubles the weight that I can carry. So just scoops him up in his leg, and we'll see.
Okay.
Una, what are you up to?
I want to move back to the front of the line and get out of this hallway where turkey things attacked us at night. So.
You thinking about anything?
She's thinking about it. She's like, wake that motherfucker up. Where's that guy? What's he doing?
Oh, yes. Una, this is a difficult thing to discuss. I think that you may have also been exposed to Entrance's curse, and just for all caution, perhaps if you were cursed in any other way by these thoughts or by these flying turkeys, perhaps it would be helpful for our healer here to just take a look and perhaps remove a curse from you.
I'm just gonna check. Am I still shaky? But I feel good.
Yes, it's often the case that those who are cursed don't notice a change in their behavior. But you seemed very interested in that book, which I don't mean this in any disparaging way, but you have not struck me to date as a bookish sort.
Well, I may have interests that you don't know about.
Perhaps.
Genealogy may be one of them.
I just put it out as a suggestion.
Do you want me to try?
I'm good. But if a weird pink thing squirts out of my brain and tries to attack you guys, then absolutely go for it. But I think I'm good for now. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Perhaps, well, we can all continue for a day of adventuring, and then we'll all be sleeping later.
Sounds good.
Relaxing evening. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Shall we continue?
Oh yeah, can I tell what my green studded armor is at this point?
Yeah,
So-
you can. There's a few things that you guys can figure out what they are right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna look at the book fragments.
Read
you
up.
are wearing the War Leader's studded leather armor of dissolving.
Oh jeez.
The bearer can use an action to amplify their voice so that it clearly carries for up to 300 feet. That's interesting. And it contains 1d4 unreplenishable charges of the Acid Splash spell.
Are you wearing the armor?
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
Awesome. I must say, you are putting the stud in studded leather with that look.
It's also dark green studded leather armor.
Yeah, that's why I was
Good.
wearing it.
And Una, you have a short sword.
Thank you.
And along with your interest in your heightened interest in whatever Entrance was thinking about and the books and everything, you've also been seeing like maybe shadows moving at the edges of your vision since you've had this short sword. There's been so much going on that you haven't really been thinking about it too much, just all this fighting and everything. But when you wake up, you see shadows that are the shadows around the dead floating monsters are like flickering and moving. The description of this is as such. Dark apparitions bound to this weapon haunt the edges of the bearer's peripheral vision, becoming hideously visible to devour the bodies of beings slain by this weapon. Once 666 bodies have been devoured, the apparitions will be released to prey upon our world, and the sword becomes a permanent +3 weapon.
Yes.
So far, the weapon has eaten... will you roll 1d6 and 1d20?
A 10 and a 6.
Which one? So the d6 is a 6?
The d6 is a 6.
Okay, and the other one was a 10?
Mm-hmm.
So far, this weapon has eaten a certain amount of bodies.
Uh-huh.
How much does it need to eat? 166, did you say?
I think it'd be more fun if you don't know.
I'm like, I don't know.
But you can,
gobble, gobble.
But as you wake up, you see shadowy apparitions eating
The turkey guys.
and you can tell that it's got something to do with your sword.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see the shadowy apparitions?
Nay. Would be my guess.
Yeah, no, they're sort of devouring the weapon, and devouring the bodies. So I want you to keep track of how many beings you kill.
So do we see the bodies? Are they getting physically devoured, or is it like metaphysical?
Metaphysical.
Okay.
And is it how many things
I want you to
just
from now
get
on
killed
keep
in the
track of-
presence of this sword, or that with this sword?
With the sword.
Okay.
I want you to from now on keep track of how many creatures you kill with this sword.
Okay.
And let me know when you hit 60.
Okay. I'll have a sword counter.
Also,
How could he not?
when you whenever you're outdoors, harmless creatures such as squirrels and birds will flock to you if you sing a song
Sweet.
for a minute or longer.
Disney princess.
This is the idolic short sword of the Dryad.
Ah.
Nice.
And so just let me know when you hit 60.
It'll be fine.
60 bodies.
Yeah.
Does it have any pluses on it?
Not yet.
No. It doesn't do anything else but that. But if you kill 666 bodies, it will become a permanent +3 weapon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the apparitions will be released to prey upon our world.
Sounds great.
Well,
Just gotta be careful about where we release them. In the tower? I don't know.
well.
Anyway.
Yes, let's kill 59 bodies and then fight somebody really bad.
Okay. Oh, bad guys.
Well, we don't know this.
Yeah, right, I know, right, I'm not.
Yeah, Una knows.
So I have a question.
And you're attuned to it.
Yeah.
Short swords of D6.
So if I want to switch and start using my short swords for some inexplicable reason other than my scimitar, I don't have any attack bonus with those.
You get less, so it'd be your +6, and then
I get a +6.
Yeah, it'd be just like your hand axe, basically.
Okay.
+6, 1d6, +3.
Okay. And would I, because I'm attuned to this, feel compelled to start killing people with my sword,
No.
or not so much? Just
No,
this
you
is
just
freaky?
understand it. You just understand it. If you, you can unattune from it at a short rest or something, or whatever, however
Okay.
unattunement works. You can unattune from it on that way. You can't unattune from it at the drop of a hat.
Right.
If you were sleeping, fondling it, you woke up attuned to it. But yeah, until you kill a certain amount of things with this sword, all it's going to do is make squirrels and birds flock to you when you sing a song.
Awesome.
And
see people get devoured.
And Hasem now has the ability to amplify his voice so that it clearly carries up to 300 feet. Did anybody else have a mysterious
So
item?
when we go back to that tower, you can call so many of them an idiot.
You're all idiots!
Did anybody else have a mysterious item that they didn't know about yet?
No.
That was it, I think.
I think I knew about my wristband. Did I need to learn anything more about it?
No.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you guys, you wake up in this cave hallway, and there are dead, floating tentacle turkey monsters around you, and yeah.
I had a dream that we fought dead, floating turkey ball monsters. Ah, shit.
That's right.
I did get lightning bolted.
I would like to apologize to everyone for the behavior of my orb last night. It's unpredictable, but it did do the trick. Almost on all of us, but...
What were you saying about remove curse? Maybe remove curse might be a good idea with this orb.
Do any of you know what these things are?
Do I, what, the creatures?
Yeah.
Sure, you can roll Arcana. Or history.
Natural 1. So I'm going to give a wrong answer.
Is there something I would roll?
These are the blethering blabnobs
Nature, I
of
guess.
flippity gabble.
Nature's 16.
You had just pieced together that these things appeared to be trying to consume our dreams while we slept, and they attacked us with illusions and mental issues, but you have never seen or heard of these things before.
These things are the exact opposite of therapists.
Daphne kicks one.
They make you see things you don't want to see. And they're terrible.
And then they give you a large sum of money at the end of each session?
No, they try to eat your brain.
Well, they're getting devoured by apparitions
It
right
depends on
now,
your
so
copay.
they're getting what came to them.
So we should continue?
Yes, please.
I suppose, yes.
Una, do you have anything on your mind that you want to share with the group?
Well,
Yes, have you learned anything in your studies of this book on the Sut Swamp?
it
genetics?
just occurs to me that like our surest proof of our existence is the fact that we can think. Like
Yeah.
thinking is how I know I exist. If I didn't think, how would I
Cogito
even know
ergo
I'm...
sum, if you will.
If you would,
I see.
if
I
you could.
I remember a scroll of a philosopher in the library. Well, with this newfound ability, I'm sure you'd have much to discuss with Entrance.
I think so, and I can't see how thinking could be a bad thing, so we really have to figure out how it went so wrong for him, if you know what I mean.
Yes, well,
Yes.
yes. We'll have to address that at a later time, I suppose.
Oh, I got the shakes.
Yeah, Una's still shivering and shaking.
Are you cold? You look a little cold.
Oh no, just hyped. Just hyped.
Hi?
Let's
Did
go.
you sleep okay?
Well, no. I almost killed all of you. Set myself on fire. But then I got my good 8 hours. I'm feeling much better. I'm great.
Well, I suppose I will light. I will take out a torch. Ah, perhaps you think that I need a flint and tinder to light this torch.
Not so bright.
But no. Like an ordinary fool, but no. Yes, the wonders of magic.
Great. Lead the way. Great magician.
So you guys gonna head to the north?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's only one
Tunnel.
way, right?
Forward. Tunnel.
All right. So you start heading north in this tight, cylindrical cavern with jagged rocks on all sides, and you continue for a good long time, walking a mile, another mile.
Every mile I slap Entrance in the face.
Wake up.
He hasn't woken up yet.
I think, given what happened last night, given that we are basically in like a deprivation chamber, her mind is playing through minute by minute the night he died.
And it's and the only sources of light are the torch right now. Lord Hans's torch. So the illumination from the torch seems to cut off abruptly in a smothering, thick darkness at the edges of the torchlight, which flickers and dances as you have passed through a mile or two of basically featureless gray stone. The ceiling oppressively low against the top of your head. And
Not for me.
unless you are halfway,
Yeah, so much room.
What's up?
you continue for a good long while until you get to an area where things start to open up. The tunnel gets a little bit wider and a little bit smoother, and as you're walking, you start to see traces of bioluminescent fungi that cling to the walls and ceiling. Just little bits here and there.
You know anything about these fungi?
Roll history.
History.
Interesting.
That's not great for me. I'd be rolling a natural one. 15.
You've maybe heard something about this in connection to the nomadic tribes in the desert, but you have not seen glowing fungi.
This is pretty cool, y'all. Isn't this cool? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the walls become smoother and wider. The tunnel is now about 10 foot wide and a bit more squarish and flat on the bottom. And the tunnel continues on, and it opens up into a natural cavern. The stones are brown. There are stalagmites which drip water down onto the floor, and on the floor there are 3 rivers, brooks / rivers, small rivers, running across the floor from west to east. And the one in the middle is about 10 feet across, the other 2 are about 8 feet across. The water is dark and opaque, and Lord Hans's torch reflects off the ceiling. It's about 15-20 feet up. The room is about 40 feet wide, and these 3 rivers are running across the room.
So gotta ford the river, cock the wagon. Is the other one hire a ferry?
Hire a ferry, yeah.
Is that an Oregon Trail reference?
Bitten by a snake. Yeah.
Is it? I did disagree.
Yep.
Which? So, do we know the directions these rivers are going?
Roughly, don't you have Wanderer?
I have Wanderer. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know you've been heading north since you got in the tunnel, and so you would surmise that these rivers are flowing west to east.
Okay, so we want to go east, right? So why don't we follow that one, maybe?
Okay.
Agreed.
So the as you're looking around this chamber, you see that a tunnel continues on to the north, and also a tunnel heads off to the east. It is after the first 2 rivers, but before the third one.
Okay. If I did shaped water and freeze it, could I do a 5 foot, and then be able to go across the river that way? Alright, that's what Hassan's gonna do. Jump. Jump.
Alright, so you jump across the first river and the second one too?
Sure, I'll follow. It seems like he knows what he's doing. I'll follow.
I'll wait until everybody's done going to that one before I start doing the next one.
Okay, so you're gonna like turn around and do the same thing for them.
Yeah.
Like I need them a little closer together.
Let me just check one thing.
How tall is Hans, by the way?
He's 6'2", I think.
Okay. Wasn't sure if he's like Bettany tall, but that's still pretty tall.
Yes. How tall is Paul Bettany?
I think he's like 6'3" or 4". I don't know.
Yeah, so he's freezing two 10-foot, two 5x5 foot squares, which is plenty to help you all cross the river. So he does it for each of you as you cross one by one. You make it across the first river. Again, it's a dark, kind of stagnant cavern. You hear the drip, drip, the oink of drips falling off the. I swear I heard one falling off the stalactites onto the ground, and the low rush of these cavernous brook river things.
I'll start doing it on the second one once everybody's across.
All right. You let's do a deck save to make sure you don't slip on the ice.
Everybody?
Yeah, one by one, but let's start with him.
13.
All right, you're good.
11.
Okay, you're good.
7.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
There goes Entrance's body.
So,
Yes.
so Una has crossed.
Nope, that's advantage on strength checks. Never mind.
Una has crossed the first river and she's watching Daphne cross the second one. Daphne is carrying Entrance and standing on blocks of ice, and Daphne starts trying to cross the second river's blocks of ice, and she slips and falls. So she's prone on the ice block, and she starts to slip off. She is slipping off.
Am I close to her? Can I grab onto her?
Maybe try to grab Entrance.
Yeah.
Grab
onto her and Entrance with both my hands.
If you, wizard, would like to make an athletics check, you may.
I can do it, but it might hurt.
This sounds,
Yeah, I'll be like,
okay.
yeah.
sounds troublesome.
That's a natural one.
You do your best.
Okay, so she falls off the ice block into the river, taking you with her.
Oh,
and
God.
You two and Entrance are floating in this second river towards the eastern side of the room.
Floating. We'll take
That's where we
floating.
want to go. Yeah, we're heading east anyway.
Are you gonna try with the bull strength still? I want to
Now,
lifeguard keep
remember
Entrance's
too-
head.
Not to fuck us further, but remember too that I was carrying the torch.
Oh, we can fix that. That'll be fine.
Okay, the torch goes out,
Yeah.
and you are the three of you are bobbing relatively quickly towards the east side of the room in a river.
I'm going to hold on to,
I'm going to look up the drowning rules now.
to my companion and to Entrance for dear life and try to kick to the side of the river.
Water walk
Yeah.
it. What can I do?
All right, roll another athletics check. Do you have inspiration?
I do not have inspiration.
And throw a rope.
That's a 4.
Una wants to run and jump in the water with a rope and try to get those guys out.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage because your
Alright.
hands are shaking and you can't think about anything other than what Entrance was thinking about. Feel free to roleplay that shit even harder.
Fuck! Yeah, that's gonna be a 9.
You try to throw the rope. Just as you go to throw it, you think, I wonder if he... And it goes off to the side. Hassam, you wanted to try to throw a
I
rope?
wonder what
Yeah.
he's dreaming about right
Alright, let's do whatever you want.
Acrobatics makes sense?
Okay.
19. Actually the same for me. Athletics and
Would have been the same either way.
Yep.
So the rope flies out into the river, and you two are about to drift by this rope. It's floating in the water. What will you do?
I'm trying to put it around a stalagmite so that
Okay.
She's gonna try to push Hans and Entrance towards, like, help them get over there.
Oh, thank you.
Role playing
Yeah.
kills the person.
I mean, maybe, yeah. But yeah, just, that's
So
like
you're holding Entrance, and what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm holding on Trance and grabbing at the rope.
Okay, and all right, make a dex check, please.
Oh.
Acrobatics or sleight of hand.
4.
You miss the rope. Both of you start floating. You're almost at the eastern wall of the room.
Oh, goddamn it. I'm gonna turn into an octopus and jump in and try to grab a giant octopus and try to grab them.
I'm still gonna focus my energy on keeping Entrance's head above the water.
Okay. You should make an athletics check for how well you're doing that.
Okay. Oh, I do have the advantage on that. Oh my goodness. Well, a natural 1 and a 6. But so it's a 7.
Yeah, so
And the party dies from
Yeah.
a river.
We didn't cock the wagon.
his head is below the water, and you're having trouble pulling him above it in your heavy armor that's pulling you down with the heavy weight of your armor.
Yeah.
And Lord Hans missed the rope and is being carried away towards the wall with Entrance. And Octopus, how are you?
Assam starts running and jumps and turns into a giant octopus to swim after them.
All right.
It has a 60-foot swim and a 15-foot reach.
Oh, nice.
With the tentacles.
Yeah. So between you like dashing and jumping and everything, I think you're gonna get there. Just for fun, roll to hit twice.
Rolled it twice. The first one's only 11, and the second one is only 12.
Okay, well those will hit from what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
So you managed to grab both of your teammates. Entrance continues to float towards the wall. Actually, you could tell me which two you wanted to aim at.
Yeah, I think she'd be trying to get you to save Entrance.
I
But
would have grabbed these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Daphne.
I need to talk to him.
We're gonna send Daphne to the therapy
Let
room.
me go, damn you!
So yeah, you grab. Yeah, Daphne's like, no, save him.
Right.
And so yeah, you grab those two, and Entrance continues floating towards the wall, and the river's moving kind of quickly, and the wall has some jagged rock pieces on it, and he takes 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Which,
bonus action, healing word, first level.
It's not a reaction.
Okay.
So maybe I'll have us roll initiative in a sec. So he goes down to 0 hit points, and he is unconscious, and you see the top part of him pinned against the wall above where the river is rushing, and the bottom half of him is sort of being sucked by the river into the wall. Daphne, you want to bonus action him?
Yeah.
We'll just
We'll
give you
spend them spell slots.
we'll give you a full turn here.
Am I in the river too? Or did I just throw my rope and get
You're
You
just
threw
distracted?
your rope in.
I was like, la,
Yeah.
He gets
la, la.
9 points.
Okay. Okay. So he's, he wasn't awake before, so he's still asleep, but he's got
Yeah.
9 hit points. Yeah, we'll just go into initiative order that is around the table at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, you give him 9 hit points, and any actions or movements or words.
Hitting the octopus's tentacle. Like, put me down. Go get him. He can't swim.
And his head dips under the water as well.
Yeah.
So you see like his arm in the middle of him is pressed against the wall above the hole, and his head and his feet are both down. Lord Hans.
I am going to, first of all, is the octopus dragging me to the shore?
He's trying to raise you up above the water so you're not dying.
So far he just grabbed you.
Alright. I'm going to try to use prestidigitation to create an air bubble around Entrance's mouth.
The spell fails. because you mocked it. The universe hated your mocking of the air bubble spell. You're gonna cast air bubble around Antron's head.
I don't have air bubble. I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to try to create an air pocket around Antron's head.
Because he's ever so sorry and been ruminating on what he did.
Yeah, if only you had the spell air bubble, Lord Hans. that would be just right.
That's exactly what Una's thinking right now. She's like, that's why you would use air bubble.
No, what Una's thinking right now is...
What was it?
Save him!
I think he's got the secret. If only I could figure out what it was.
Like, what?
Does he know who I really am?
Genealogy.
I don't know that you can make an air bubble around his head with prestidigitation.
Not normally.
I'm reading it and it's not there.
Swat air.
If you want
water.
to clean his head, or you want to make an image of a happy face on his cheek.
Yeah, he's okay, folks.
He's got a smile.
What else would you like to do, Lord Hans?
I would like to tell Una, save Antrans before his secret dies with him.
True.
I'm gonna start kicking.
Yeah.
So any other action?
Nope. I'm trying to get out of I'm trying to, doing what I can to get out of the river as well.
So swimming and climbing the octopus tentacle?
Yeah.
Okay.
The octopus has got me in its grasp, so it's
Alright, octopus, what are you doing?
Octopus is gonna try to throw these two up on the shore.
Yeah.
And then bolt towards Mr. Dying.
Dex save?
Alright, octopus, give me one strength check.
That is a 13.
Alright, you get them both on shore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Woo.
You get both of these fools on shore, although Daphne's between River 1 and 2 instead of River 2 and 3.
It's fine.
What else, octopus? Movement?
Yeah, 60 feet towards Antron's
Go.
body.
Alright, you zip right up on Antron's body, and where he's pinned against the wall with his head under the water.
Can I at least get his head above water?
Not yet.
Alright.
You used your action.
Alright, I'm trying.
Bonus action. No. Alright, so Una, what's up?
How far away am I from where Antrans is?
You're like 30 feet away.
Okay. I'd run down to where he is, and I'm gonna try to reach with. I have a belaying pin, so I'm gonna try to create a thing with my picking up his chin out of the water with my stick. At least.
Roll athletics with disadvantage because your hands are shaking, and all you can think about
I'm so shaking. But I'm just thinking of his beautiful mind, and even with disadvantage, that is a 17.
Okay, you push his head above the water. You don't hear a gasp or anything. You just see with water pouring around it. All right. Antrans takes 10 more bludgeoning damage
Good Lord.
as the river jerks him under and into the wall, and now above the water, all you see are two hands that just happen to be against the rock, but the rest of him is in something or under something, and obviously he's at 0 HP once more. Oh my God!
I have baby spiders.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
cool.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
it's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
okay. I just didn't see that they
they're
were
just
that
babies.
close.
Your
Yeah.
reaction is the correct one.
There's a lot of them.
No, they
They're
were just
beautiful.
close. Yeah, but they're cool.
Just came
It's like
out.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, it is like Charlotte's
Sure, it's really cute.
There's gonna be more if we could see this many.
Yep,
Ooh, I'm gonna.
they might be on me. This might be a good time to take a break.
Yeah.
Does giant octopus have dark vision?
Yeah, it does.
Ah, thank goodness. Someone else has dark vision besides Una. Since Una is shivering and quaking and thinking about books and secrets.
I forget. Is Antron still in the water? Are you going?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, let's reset the scene. You're in this 40-foot wide, 60-foot long, 20-foot high, brown stone cavern with brown stalagmites dripping water down in little puddles. And there are 3 underground rivers running through here. You crossed the first one between the south and the north. In crossing the second one, Daphne slipped on the ice. She fell into the river with Entrance, and Lord Hans tried to help them and fell in as well. Our octopus has been saving the day, has tossed both Daphne and Lord Hans onto the shore, and Entrance is now pinned, with being sucked into some kind of opening that the river is going into, and Una has successfully pushed his chin above the water with a belaying pin, even though she's at disadvantage and her hands are shaking. And I believe, were we on Lord Hans's turn, or I just finished with it?
I'll run towards Entrance.
On the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And how far out in the river is he?
He is far enough that you can't reach him with your hand.
I'm gonna try to wade in and grab Entrance.
You gonna jump back in?
I'm not gonna swim in. I'm gonna wade in.
To a Russian river?
Do we know how deep it is?
Are you sure?
I'll make it a half-assed attempt because I know the octopus is getting him the next turn. I'm not gonna put myself in danger. I also see that there's a giant octopus on his way to help him, and he's there.
It's there. It's like right there.
So tell me what you're doing.
Just wading, just gingerly wading into the water.
Make an
Climb on
athletics
the
check.
octopus.
Make an athletics check.
8.
You're pulled into the river by the current. Since you're standing right by the hole in the wall that the river is going into, it's creating suction and stuff, and you lose your footing, and you are sucked into the hole in the wall.
When did Hans get so manly? He used to just stay in the back of the
Why are you
room.
trying to do all these athletic things? Lord Hans knows that he's not athletic.
What
I
happened?
figured I had a good roll coming.
You have... okay.
No, Entrance, he cares about Entrance.
Yeah.
We're playing this as a
that's true.
lottery
I
game.
buy it.
Okay, alright. So, roll me a dex save, please.
15.
Okay, so you manage to you manage to claw your hands at the opening around the water so as not to go into whatever the river is flowing into.
Great.
But you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you slam against the wall.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yes, the damage of the bludgeoner.
Bludgeoned.
Lord Hans and Entrance are now pinned to this wall. And
Am I near
Octopus.
Entrance at least?
Yeah, you're practically hugging him. You guys are in an idiot's embrace. Hassan, what are you up to?
Octopus is like visually sighing as he's trying to grab both of these guys now instead of just one person. They're just trying to kill themselves.
Yeah, so Octopus does not have multi-attack. I just was doing that for fun, to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which
If
one
it's,
are you?
If it's just one, I'm gonna save Entrance.
Yeah,
Good.
but he's
Yes,
unconscious.
yeah,
And
these-
it's what
These
Hans
people
would want.
really want it,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so give me an athletics check.
That's a natural 20, so 23.
Great.
That's good.
So yeah, your octopus arm loops around Entrance's body, pulling him up out of the water. Ah! What? By the way, nobody had were you freaked out by the baby spiders? Because everybody's really chill.
I said, "Oh Jesus," because they were
Okay,
right
you had a
next
good
to me.
reaction.
I mean,
But
they were pretty far from me, so
I don't mind them. I just don't want them right in my business.
yeah, I'm fine with spiders. He's not that.
What about these night bees? These night
Night
bees.
bees.
Those
I
are
like
beetles,
that.
I
Night
think.
bees?
I think it's a beetle.
These night bees
Oh yeah,
keep trying to
that is a bee.
see?
It is a bee.
Look at the DM from over here.
Oh, poor bee.
Bee's not gonna do so well. If a beast out this late at night, yeah.
It's dying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get out of there.
Tim, what are you doing?
Get it out of the thing. Here,
You're
get out
helping.
Get out of there.
I'm gonna leave this part in the recording so everyone can see how much of a wuss I am.
Oh, this is cool. When you turn on like bright lights at night,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bright lights. So, so you wrap your beautiful octopus arm around, expertly attaching the tentacles to Entrance's corpuscle. I see you're still going to beat it up.
Yeah,
It's sinking to the ground.
just took a.
It's near Daphne.
Oh, it's on the ground. over
Oh yeah,
there
there
now.
it is. It's crawling. I'm sorry,
yeah, it's fine. You're
bee.
gonna die soon.
I'm sorry, bee.
You know, the
We
bee is
lost your
just
bedtime.
one cell in a superorganism.
Yep,
It's
that's
served
true.
its purpose its whole life. It's
Yeah,
probably
but-
like, God damn, I'm fucking
Said-
tired. Or something.
Said the guy that saved 100 spiders from my
Wanna
wrath.
save the bees. But
No, I'm gonna have-
those spiders, their life was just beginning.
Yeah.
100 brown widows are gonna fill my yard, thanks to your
That's
soft-hearted
gonna
ways.
save you guys from malaria.
It's just like Parvus versus Liebenstock. So, so you expertly stick your tentacle cups on Homeboy, you lift him out of the water, and then you gently lay him down on the shore, and he lays there as if he's in a 4-star hotel, just relaxing and safe on
I'll
the
put
shore.
a little rock pillow underneath him.
Lord Hans, on the other hand, his head is below the water, and his hands are the only thing that are holding him from being sucked into the bowels of the earth under Lake Kaffa. The darkness surrounds your vision, Lord Hans, as water flows up your nostrils. All right, Una, your turn.
I'm gonna try to belaying pin unstick him now if I can.
Okay.
Those were words.
Roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jam him out. Like, I'm trying to decide if I need to get like wedged behind him and try to like swing him up
out
like
like a
scooping a
pool
fried
skipper.
egg, trying to get him up. and
Roll
out.
athletics with disadvantage. I'm tempted to give you super disadvantage.
You were like, God damn it. Well, it was a terrible spread. One was a nat 20 and the other is a 2. So
Well,
it's like an 8.
You drop the belaying pin. It zips in under the river lake. It zips into the hole, and let's find out if it hits Lord Hans as it passes. It does.
I was going behind him.
Lord Hans, she drops the belaying pin into the water, and it zips in, and it clocks you in the head. And you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
oh no.
You take max
It's a
damage.
stainless
So-
steel belaying pin.
You're at 12 out of 24.
Oh.
That time.
Entrance is resting peacefully on the shore while you are suffocating in this water. I'm officially looking up drowning rules now, which I read just the other day.
my God.
You're actually pretty safe.
Yeah,
Unless your
it's like the
constitution
minutes of the
modifier
time.
is shitty.
Nope.
It's a +1.
It's 0.
Yeah. So a creature may hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus constitution modifier. But if we're in initiative, that's
Yeah, then
10
you got
rounds.
the 10 rounds.
Yeah.
You'd be okay.
After you run out of breath, you survive for a number of rounds equal to your con modifier. Let's get him out of here in 10 rounds, guys. So, any other, anything else? I guess movement? or
I mean, if
something?
I was gonna use my javelin, but I'm scared after hitting him
Yeah.
with the belaying pin. I don't want to hit him with that one.
And so when you drop the belaying pin, right,
I'm like, fuck!
you're sort of expertly, like a sea woman, doing this thing with the belaying pin, and then all of a sudden you're like, what was that? Is there? What's up with the scar on my chin? And you
Yeah.
just drop it,
So
and,
dead.
it goes under. And you're distracted and shaking, and you're in a weird place. So, Daphne, we're back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Lord Hans, you take 1 bludgeoning damage from your head bopping against the rock.
I'll get there in a minute. But so for now, Entrance is on the shore. So I'm going to do Spare the Dying, but I'm flavoring it as CPR. I know how
Okay.
to do it for reals.
What does this look like?
Yeah, so I think it's like a newer technique that we have learned in the past few years. But she's running over, and it's like, again, this is sort of muscle memory to fall back into. she hasn't been in combat, but it makes me think of like that sort of rhythm, but like with the urgency. So just she's been out of it, but like is running over with a sense of purpose, like hunches down, and it might look like she's kissing him. But then it's like, although I guess they don't do those anymore, so, but she doesn't know that. So then start doing compressions, and it's like, what? I think, but.
Entrance wakes up and falls in love with you.
Yeah, right. Yep, I'm definitely looking, so.
JK. Alright, so he's stabilized.
Okay, and then, use the, any movement that I have left, I want to start heading down the shore to where everyone else is.
All right, you head down there. Okay, Lord Hans. Darkness and water suffuse your vision. You've got water running up your nose as you're being sucked into a hole underneath an underground lake by an underground river. What are you up to?
At least it's not a harmless insect coming near me. I'm just holding on to the rocks. Holding the rocks, baby. I feel that. I know that octopus is going to save me. I'm holding the rocks, baby.
You're not even going to try to pull yourself out?
If I do that, I'm going to roll a 1. You're going to send me down the hole. So I'm just holding the rocks cautiously, waiting for the octopus that I know is there. Taking no action, requiring no dice rolls. I'm just staying completely stable and holding the rocks.
That's awesome.
Hans has achieved Zen. Pure state of surrender.
Alright, Haslam, your turn.
I'm gonna try to grab Lord Hans and see if I can get him out of the water.
Alright, roll to hit.
That was bad. That's a 9? No, 8.
Yeah, your tentacle like streaks into the hole and like this is around and
Jeez.
flabbles and flobbles and does not.
Can I go on the back side of him? So at least if he was to go into the hole, he's just going into me.
You'd have to go into the hole behind him to do that, and the water is moving kind of strongly.
So what would I think that would be?
So you imagine a person-sized hole in the wall that is pulling him into that hole, and if you used your cephalopodic ways to squeeze past him and get deeper into the hole, you too would be affected by the current. You are currently affected by the current, but you're larger than this hole, I think.
Alright, well, if that's all I can do, then that's all I can do.
Yeah, I guess so. So you try to pull him out and you don't. Una, you're up.
Well, I think I'm gonna return to trying to throw a rope or something, but I don't know that I don't have anything to. What do I got? I don't got a lot of stuff. I could try to the back end of a javelin, but I'm terrified it's gonna drop it and stab him. So I would just try with some sort of ropey trick to try to loop something on him and yank him up or get a hold of him or something.
I'm afraid of bees.
Oh, is the bee still here?
There are multiple.
A bee.
There were 2 at one point.
Oh.
Also, I'm crazy, guys.
I mean,
So you're looping a rope. And
Yeah, I'm like looking at his hand still up, or is he totally out of sight, Joyce?
his hands are still
holding
up.
things.
He's like being sucked into a hole, and you see
Yeah.
coming out of the water these 2 hands
Yeah.
that are clinging to the top of the thing as he's being sucked. Like, imagine if my feet were behind me and I'm
Yeah.
being sucked into the wall, and the only thing there is my hands is holding like this.
Yeah, there's not much to loop onto.
Let's hope your hands are not knocked loose.
His Hans?
Yeah, let me not knock your hands loose.
Yes, his hands are ripped off, and the only things that are remaining are Lord Hans.
Lord
As he is-
Hans's Hans.
Yes.
Disappears under the underground lake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything I could do to help the octopus when he comes around to be like, he's over there, navigate, something. I don't know.
You want to take the help action on the
Yeah,
octopus?
I'd take the help action on the octopus for the next one.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, and yeah, all right. You're trying to take the help action, but you're having a hard time doing it based on your thoughts. Like,
Yeah.
Even though you're currently trying to pull your friend out of a suck hole in the wall, still, all you can fucking think about.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the first thing I remember ever? I saw like a light. I don't know. It's crazy.
Daphne, you're up.
Oh, I am. Okay. So she's now that she's sort of snapped out of it, at least for now, a little bit. Daphne's gonna run up to Una and just shake her by the shoulders and be like, "Get it together!" and do remove curse.
Okay.
You are no help when you are like this. So I don't know. It's up to you. There's not like a save or a roll or anything, so
Yeah.
it works or doesn't.
All right. Yeah. Talk it out. Describe it.
Yeah. So if she's over there,
And
I think
Una describe your reaction.
Oh, right. But I will just give you the visual that like Una's nice and tall, and Daphne's coming like a little tiny bullet train. Just shoot, and she might even have to reach up to shake the shoulders, but like, stop!
And
Pull
she
yourself
casts-
together.
And what does it look like on your end? As she casts remove curse on
It's like
you.
a magical slap.
I don't know. I think I feel like a thought is like a spool of thread that's just, it goes like in it, and I see this like light go like out of my head, and I'm pissed.
Yeah, we'll talk it out later. But be like, go.
Like right as it leaves, I see like a glimmer of a face I don't recognize, and I'm like, fuck! Like, what? Like,
Hans is drowning.
he chose to get
Yeah, I think she's not even phased, and if there is any more movement to be had, she's still trucking.
just like they chose to hug me.
All right, Lord Hans.
Holding rocks. Holding rocks.
Is holding.
Holding rocks.
Make a dex save.
18.
Woo!
You successfully keep
Hold
holding the
your
rocks. However, you are banged against the tube that you're in, and you take 6 more bludgeoning damage, bringing you to 5 hit points.
All right.
And if you lose your hit points, you're not going to be able to hold on,
Yeah.
unless you hold on the way Entrance did,
Yeah.
by being lengthwise against the hole. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right.
Holding the rocks.
Have some.
Alright, can I swim next to him and initiate a grapple?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an athletics check either way.
Oh, it's always enough next to him.
Yeah, grapple is
But I'm helping.
an athletics check.
Yeah, but it's versus him as opposed to versus whatever he's
You're
going
trying to grab the dude.
Alright, that's a 15.
Okay, you grab him.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get him out of the water.
It sure is hard. It's like pulling a cork out of a wine bottle with your fingers. It's you know when you stick your thumb in the vacuum cleaner tube and you try to pull it back out. It's like that's what it's like pulling him out. But you do pull him out of the tube and perhaps push his face above the water.
Okay, great. As long as his face is above water, that's good.
Where you, yes, an attractive Paul Bettany-esque blonde teenager gasps for air 100 feet below the surface in a cavern, probably deeper now. All right, so yeah, he pulled you out.
So I think, seeing that he's okay, Daphne is just gonna like sit straight down, and is saying to herself like, "Désolé, je suis désolé," you know, and it's like starts to you, but then she's also throwing in the name Henri. so like just exhausted, I think. But Entrance is breathing, but he is still not awake.
So everyone is on the western side, or the northern side of the river, except Daphne, because she got tossed to the southern side of the second river.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so then was I not able to stabilize Entrance? Whatever. Okay. I jumped really far.
But yeah, let's just get her back over across the river.
Yeah, okay.
Which I guess you can't do with shape of water when you're an octopus.
I mean, I could
I'll
do...
just
octopus.
Yeah, that's fine.
whatever will work.
You make an octopus bridge?
Octopus bridge.
Yeah, octopus bridge.
I'm sorry
sure.
I kicked you. That was not...
Will the DM make you roll a dex save as you run across an octopus?
I don't know, will you?
A slippery octopus in the river?
Crawl across the octopus.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm running.
I'll make you roll, but if you fail, I'm going to pretend you did it. Because I don't want you to keep getting sucked into a hole.
15.
Ah, good. Very good.
Great.
You successfully balance on the slippery octopus's bulk.
Yeah.
Giant octopus as you cross the river, and all of you are on the northern side of the second of the three rivers.
We did it.
Now, looking around the cavern, you see that there is a tunnel heading off to the east from here, and that there is a tunnel heading to the north on the other side of the third river.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How many hit points would my potion of superior healing give me?
Well, let me ask Google.
I think it's 8 4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8 is superior healing.
Well, 8d4. Okay, so
I can internet roll that if you don't have 8d4 over there.
yeah, sure.
Did you good berries?
I have 10 good berries, but I need 19 hit points. So maybe I should not waste this potion.
Yeah, let's see. What could I do for you?
You could have mine. Good berries.
Thank you. I only need 9 of your 10, so you can keep a good berry.
Gross.
But sometimes one is all it takes.
Yeah.
Grossies, because they are delicious.
They're delicious.
So are you? Oh, I suppose I'm.
You just eat a bunch of good berries?
Yes.
I'm going to go over to Una, and I know you're mad, but still looking anyway. And, I don't think I should carry on Trance anymore.
Well,
The octopus would just grab on Trance and start. For 2 hours.
Una, are you ready for the thorns?
I guess you can take the spikes off, fine.
All right. I'm going to dispel magic and remove the thorns from Una's skin.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw on Trance over my shoulder
Yeah.
and be
They
like,
were fun, those
Yeah.
thorns.
I still want to talk to you.
I like it. I think, yeah. And the last thing she'll say is you're doing it, and she's like, I'm not sorry, but I hope that you understand.
I don't even understand what.
It's like, oh no!
I was fine. I was fine. But I was weirdly shaky. I get that. Should have totally nailed that belaying pin save.
Alright, I'll turn back into a halfling then. Of the two ways, does it seem like one smells like the land of where we're supposed to go? Or feels that
To
way?
the
or-
Gawa.
Expansive.
You can roll perception.
That's pretty good. 22.
Yeah.
The way to the north is over a river and on the other side of the room, but it smells mustier than the hallway to the east. The hallway to the east is almost like There's more of an organic smell from that way, like a fauna.
Okay. Well, Hanson looks the ground, sniffs there, and he's like, "Well, I think we should go east."
All right.
Seems.
Thank you, my octopus friend, for pulling me from that river.
Yeah, let's not do that again. That didn't seem good.
If that didn't, I can't believe that didn't wake up on Tron.
Like I said, I think maybe this slumber is supernatural in nature.
Is there? Can I check with some to see what condition might Entrance be in, and how might it be resolved? Why would somebody sleep after being cursed?
You can do a medicine check.
Can I help? I mean, I know you're trying, so I don't need to take the roll, but can I help?
You can help.
What does that? What does help do?
You get advantage.
All right, 15 or 4. I'm gonna go with the 15.
Okay. He is sort of in a coma. You can deduce that from what he's been through, that he is physically exhausted, and that maybe his body is. His system is repairing itself in a way.
Lost inside his head.
So, yeah, maybe he'll wake up at some other point.
But non-magical.
Your medicine check did not.
Right, and Daphne doesn't know for sure. It's just a hunch, but
I mean, I can cast detect magic.
You could cast Detect Magic. You could do an Arcana roll.
Yeah, I'd like to do some Arcana just to see.
Yeah, you start looking at him, seeing if you recognize magical signs from the books you read.
17 Arcana.
You don't think that there's anything magical going on with him.
Interesting.
He just, same way somebody who got hit by a car might not be immediately awake in a hospital. This guy is just physically exhausted. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you the correct wording for it, but
okay.
He needs some time to recuperate.
Okay. Then I would like to retcon, because I think Daphne would know that. I shouldn't have been metagaming like that, but I was figuring since he wasn't waking up when he was healed. So I would think if it's a mundane cause.
You wouldn't want him to die.
That. No, I mean, she'd still be working on it, but just in terms of she wouldn't be like, I'm pretty sure it's magical.
Right.
It would make sense that it's magical. I was sure that it was magical.
I think inspecting him to make sure that there's nothing else magical going on is a smart thing to do.
Okay.
And an assumption that something magical could be happening is not too outlandish.
Okay.
He had all sorts of weird shit going on with him.
Okay, yeah, then, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm way less afraid of raccoons that come out of the trees. Those are fun.
I love their little hands.
They can stand there.
I'm talking about
So the dragon was flying northeast, so we're gonna go east. Musky tunnel.
No, the non-musky.
The natural tunnel.
The smell
Fauna
of
and
fauna.
flora.
The one to the north smelled musty,
Yeah, not doing that one.
and the
Okay.
one to the right smelled
Natural.
organic.
Yeah, let's do organic.
Okay.
That seems very organic.
Yeah, you're into that.
All right, so
I trust your nose, sir.
So you head to the east, and you head to the east, and you feel a bit of a light wind starting to whisper past you in the darkness. Where are our sources of light right now?
I'll have a torch.
And who's carrying Entrance?
Me.
All right. And are you still going first, Una?
No, I'm still going first.
Yeah, the hallway is about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, but it's much more squarish now. The floor is more floory, and the brown from the wet cavern soon gives into dark stone, black and gray stone, and again you start to see bits and pieces of bioluminescent fungus and lichen, and you continue to walk maybe a mile, 2 miles. It's a long walk you've been on so far today, and as you walk, the plant life increases in amount, and against the pitch dark edge of the torch as you walk, you see the glowing in the distance ahead of you and behind you, and it's glowing in greens and pinks and purples and blues, and there's a vibrant, living feeling to this. And as you continue to walk, you see a couple shapes up ahead in the tunnels. A couple 100 feet away, but almost humanoid shapes with a bit of a glow to them. And what are you guys up to?
How far away are they?
Like 200 feet down the hall, you see sort of glowing humanoid shapes.
Do they appear to see us?
You're holding a torch in pitch darkness.
I use the torch to magnify my hand as a wave.
And that was my
in the shadows.
That was my danger sense. I feel like as I creep towards these figures.
Roll insight.
11.
You can't really tell, but you don't feel any sense of immediate danger. So you're waving, yeah.
Do you want to make your voice go 300 feet?
Not yet.
When you wave, there's a silence, and then you hear
do I know of any code whistles that I've ever heard before that start that way?
Also, do we hear any sounds of other movement at that whistle?
this is not something that you would have ever heard before. And you can roll perception on hearing movement and stuff. Did you guys freeze in your tracks, or did you keep walking towards it?
I think I stopped moving.
Yeah, probably stopped.
That is a shit roll. That is a 12.
You can't hear much because it's like 200 feet away down the cavern. But so you guys are standing still.
Right.
One of you is holding a torch. There's 200 feet of hallway, 10 by 10 hallway in front of you that has pink and green and blue glowing moss and fungus and lichen on it. And then there are these glowing humanoid shapes that are about 200 feet away from you. And and you guys are standing there looking down the hallway.
I'll do the reverse whistle back to them.
So you'll do a little thing back, and there's no response.
Okay.
It's probably a slur. Do we want to give it a minute to see if they approach? Are we playing chicken?
I keep moving forward, but I'm wondering if I should. Do you want to hold this guy? And I'll go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
You alright?
I'm-
You want me to? I can keep him too. It's
You gonna
fine.
talk to them, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I was just gonna go up and be like, "Sup?" We're from the tower.
You're going to whisper?
Is that
Yeah,
a
I'd be
good plan?
thinking-
Yeah,
I'll
close.
I don't
follow
have-
whatever the group wants to do.
Aren't you like a better talker?
Yeah,
I'm happy to speak to them.
I'll,
If we want to move forward, I think the question is whether we want to move forward toward them.
maybe
Right.
slowly. Do we try moving
Yeah, but
slowly?
like not creepily.
No,
but just
but no.
Yeah,
No.
steadily
Yeah.
forward. I mean, I'm cool to be up front. I just didn't
Yeah.
know if we want
Really
Trons on my
don't.
shoulder up
Yeah.
front, just in case.
I mean, Daphne will take him, but she's terrified she's gonna drop him again.
Okay.
She's
Una's gonna swing him around. She's got him on her shoulder. She's gonna swing him around like a
Yeah.
like a scarf.
Yes,
so
very
his vitals are like behind my head.
Yes.
A little more.
Be intimidating.
A little more protected.
Like what happened to the last guy.
So you're moving up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll move up. I'll be like, and then Hans
Alright.
can be like, Hans, get up here.
I'll follow.
You get up here.
You
You
know
be
what
the
torture
you be the
is.
voice.
So you give the torch to Lord Hans.
Yeah, that way you can see better.
All right. So you two move ahead of the other two, and you two are now standing in darkness.
We'll still follow.
Yeah,
but,
we'll still follow just a little bit before they're behind them.
Okay, so the slightly broken up group moves forward. 200 feet away, about 100 feet away. As you get closer, you see 4 humanoid shapes that are glowing, and their heads, the head area seems to be a little large.
You ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah,
You
have
know
I
what that
ever
is?
Do I know? Do I know
Do
what
they have
are?
encephalitis?
Yes. Could I perhaps try
Let's get a history and a
Arcana?
sure.
Not survival.
Can I do medicine?
You said if I
16.
ever heard of anything like this, so
16.
12.
Arcana. Yeah, you've never read anything about this. There's nothing you've read that's magical that's about magic that has to do with what's happening in front of you.
Are they moving or have they been stationary this whole time?
We can do checkouts if we stop at 10, right?
Yeah.
And
11.
on the history,
Mm.
yeah, you haven't heard anything about this either.
What?
But somebody can give me a perception roll.
I
Sure.
would love to give a perception roll. That's a 20.
Nice.
Okay, these look like short to medium-sized, mushroom-shaped people,
Yes.
and you're about 100 feet away from them now. And there's 4 of them, and they're standing there looking at you. One of them has a red mushroom cap. One of them has a blue mushroom cap. They have little splotches on their mushroom-like bodies, and they're standing there silently watching you. And then one of them goes, the red cap one, not to be mistaken with the red cap.
Yes.
The red capped one again goes at you.
Should we try the same whistle back?
Sure.
Also, with your perception roll, you notice that there is sort of a very light fog of spores hanging in the air closer to these creatures.
I'm going to begin to ritually cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
It takes 10 minutes, but we're just going to stand
We
there
can back up a little bit.
non-threateningly for 10 minutes.
All right. So you want to just stand there for 10 minutes while you're...
Yes.
Back up a little bit, right? To
Yeah.
not make it look like we're standing off.
Yeah, so we're casting an offensive spell of any kind.
Yeah, I'll start catching detect magic while you do
There's another couple strands of web, and there's one baby thing
Oh yeah,
on it.
there's one right there.
that. Yeah.
It's going to be so freaky to clean up. All right, so you're doing that for 10 minutes. They're just staring at you.
Ritual cast detect magic as well.
All right, you do that.
All right, and now I'm gonna go.
And they don't respond to you,
All right.
but they're all just watching you.
Well,
You guys are about 100 feet away.
shall we move forward?
Oh, why don't you try to talk to them?
Can I think comprehend
It's
languages just means I can
understand.
hear what they're saying.
I know, but
Yes.
try to get them to talk.
Yes. Hail and well met, friends.
One of them goes like this.
We are strangers to your home, but it seems like a very lovely place.
When he does this, it kind of increases the amount of like light spore mist that's in the air near them.
Yes, I wouldn't want to inhale that. Will you allow us to pass, friend?
They don't respond to you.
Could I, the torchlight, can I do it a little brighter to match whatever, maybe try to imitate the spore stuff? Like as they're doing more and it's getting brighter to,
Okay. Yeah, so you're standing in this hallway. You're 100 feet away from these things. They have like a sort of a cloud of spores that's emanating out from them about 30 feet in front of them, and they're just calmly standing there watching you. And we're about to end the session unless
How's that danger sense?
you're not feeling in danger.
Oh, yeah. Just spores.
Try to talk in Druidic. Hey, are you all okay over there?
They don't say anything. Just the same guy pops himself in the mushroom cap again.
Does anything happen when he, do we see
More
anything
spores.
happening? Oh, that's more. Okay, yeah.
It makes a little bit
propagating
more billow of spores
Or
come out.
propagating. Okay.
Is there a way that we can convey that we are not trying to be dangerous to them in tone or whatever? Natural.
Maybe you already have.
Yes.
Well, I think we continue. Just move another 50 feet forward. That's what I would say.
Okay.
So now you're 50 feet away from them, and 20 feet ahead of you is where the spore cloud is, and they're just calmly looking at you. You see some light facial features in what would be sort of mushroom stumps, little line of a mouth, little line or dot of where an eye would be. You see that the mushroom cap actually has those frills in the bottom that a mushroom tends to have. One of them is like a brown drifting top, more like a toadstool type thing. And one's taller than the other. There's four of them, and they're just sort of calmly staring at you.
All right.
I'm just gonna take my little sail dress and put one
that's
piece over
smart.
my mouth, like a little breath protector, and prepare to go closer.
Okay, you going closer?
Yeah. Gonna want to wave.
Do you want to put on trance down first before you step into the spore cloud?
I'm not in it yet, right? I'm at the edge of it.
You're getting closer.
When you step closer and you start to have spores around you, one of the creatures points up at its mouth and gestures at you.
Can you speak, sir?
I think maybe they communicate via the spores. Is this?
He points at you and he goes like this.
He's saying,
All right,
take
I'm
your
gonna
mask
pull
off.
my mask down and go like, all right, dudes.
And wants you to inhale the spores.
Yeah.
I think.
We did this on the boat once.
I'll put my hand on your arm. I can do it if you want.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Hassan will
you're-
just walk into the
Okay.
spore cloud and breathe in.
Let's go.
So, which one of you is the first to breathe in the spores?
Nature boy here.
Yeah,
Nature
I'll
boy.
just walk in and do it.
Okay, you walk into the spore cloud and you inhale, and as you do, you hear a voice in your head that says, "Welcome, my name is Fidlum."
Nice to meet you, Fidlum.
And that's where we'll end our session today. All right, let's do checkouts, and we'll listen to each other calmly while checking out, even though we're going a couple minutes over for the checkout. What's something you enjoyed about the session, and something you enjoyed that another player did? Also, raise your hand if you have inspiration currently. All right, we're gonna vote for one person to have inspiration. So yeah, something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did, and an inspiration vote. Laura, you're up.
Okay. Something I enjoyed. Actually, it's kind of a twofer because something I enjoyed is something I want to reward with a vote. I really enjoyed, Julie, your approach for what it would look like for Una to kind of have like all of the neurons firing. That was
Flowers for Algernon.
kind of, yeah, but like just the sort of things that she was considering and thinking about, and but I thought everybody had great moments and like lots of not in a bad way, but like it's what my character would do. Like I feel like lots of things justified by the text, even to our detriment, which I am always a fan of. I think that's great. I am looking forward to figuring out, are we in like mushroom land? Like I want to see like what kind of culture is like hanging out down there and how do they feel about those drow folks?
What kind of culture?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sir?
Yes. Okay, who are the candidates to get inspiration?
Everyone except Curland.
So, are you giving inspiration for the player's in-game actions, or can you give inspiration for somebody's role play?
So, you're doing something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did, and then your inspiration vote.
Yeah.
And you don't have to make those two the same thing.
So something I enjoyed about the session was the very end, the fucking trippy-ass mushroom people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to speaking with this fellow because he seems like he's going to be a fun guy. And I enjoyed this session. Everybody was great. Everybody's play was great. But Una's role play with the curse was next level, transcendently good role play. Absolutely perfect. And intelligent but not too intelligent. Intelligent but still muddled was what she was trying to play. It's a hard note to hit.
Yeah, it is.
Each word was perfect. Perfect. I think that I would vote for inspiration for Daphne because of her instinct to heal was so pronounced and so useful and saved Hans's ass multiple times. So I appreciate that. And something I'm looking forward to the next session is why I said that already. The mushroom guy. So yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
I'm also looking forward to the fun guy.
And the inspo vote was to... Okay.
Those were actually the two things I was thinking about. It's the chaotic role play.
The orb too.
Oh, the fucking octopus was obviously.
Oh yeah, that was clutch too.
And I would have given you an inspo point if you didn't have.
Yeah. The thing that led to the octopus thing was just like myriad of shit.
Yeah, just a cascade of
It's funny because this session was so much like, and then this happens, and then you get fireballed, and then you get lightning bolted, and then it's like, what the fuck? And then we're just trying to cross a river. We're just trying to. Whoop! And then someone tries to help. Whoop! And then they don't go for the rope. It's just like constant piling on us. It's like, holy shit.
What is the sound of an octopus sighing?
Yeah, basically. What it has some things is like put stock in wealthy or well-mannered people because money and manners won't save you from a hungry owlbear. And he's just like rethinking like what's going on with this group, man. They were doing so good before. What was happening? But yeah, that was great. And you were saving people left and right. That was awesome. So yeah, I'm torn. I don't know. Okay. Sure. I'll go for the role play.
Yeah.
Yay. It was so I just found the whole thing was just so funny of how like I could see that there was a different dimension in which we went so much further, but that the things that failed for us kept us in the same place for so long. Like both just that one roll in the tunnel, and then we had to fight psychic turkeys, and it was like, oh my god, like we're just trying to rest, man. And also in that encounter, though, I do want to give a special shout out to just the like manifestation of people's fears, and that whole encounter with Daphne and her husband was so deep and dark and affecting, and that was super troubling but really cool. And and I just love, like, there were so many, it was one of those things of just so much, like, Keystone Cops of shitty roles of, like, just, it goes to like, that, like, slipping off the ice. You fell in the ice. I failed with the rope. Getting the thing. People getting bludgeoned. Fucking dropping the body. It was just so ridiculous. Like, literally, this should have been like, and we cross the river, and we make our way. But that's the whole fucking thing. It's like an initiative battle.
We were talking about failure being more interesting. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I really enjoyed, and like somebody else said, those moments where it's like, you as player is like, boy, I'd really like to stop rolling at disadvantage, but it would not be my choice to like have this stop. Would be like, no, absolutely not.
Like going back in the water, that was a big one.
Oh yeah, to go after on Trent.
And it also says a lot about Hans. Like that's a pretty bold choice. Yeah. In a good way, not as like a metaphor, but like bold choice.
Yeah, but then yes, also Daphne was absolutely. Clutch. But I also just going back to the beginning, love back to our ridiculousness of like ancient fish being like, there's a way out, I can help you get out of this, and we're like, no, hold on. We're gonna go upstairs, cure the guy, go over here, do this other thing, go to town. They're like, there's a tunnel. No, absolutely not. Let's go fight them all. But it was just I just really enjoyed it. It was a very funny session for all of those things. And yes, and I would give the inspiration to Daphne just because I'm thinking, just not to metagame, but thinking forward, it's either going to be like a clutch reroll to hit somebody or to save someone's life. And I would bet on the healing. That's what I would do. Because that, without Daphne's healing, we would have been real fucked. Between me and I just thought it was so fucking funny that I nearly roasted everybody in a hallway with my orbing. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of high-level spell slots used this time
for
non-combat purposes.
Both of my
just
threes.
To get out of a river.
2 on Remove Curse, 1 on Dispel Magic to get rid of the thorns so that everyone could hug Una and say thanks.
I'm not going to be able to bring people back if they die today.
Oh, no Revivify today.
Nope.
Yeah, so the votes on inspiration
2 to 2.
2 to 2, so you both get inspiration.
Hey!
And yes, I am inspired by your excellent play. Yes. Julie, your role play of Una's obsession and some of her strange thoughts, like what's my first memory.
That's fun. Oh my god.
We're very good, and it's fun to give you a little rope to act with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun to see that. So great role playing, and also very ballsy to use the globe. Yeah, you fireballed everyone, and lightning bolted Hasem, and he still didn't die.
The 2 hit points.
Yeah, but you killed those fears. I know we're just gonna call them turkeys, but
brain turkeys.
But that was the other thing is that my fireball hit everybody except the 2 fucking things, right?
No,
they did.
I thought they made their deck saves.
But you still take half.
They did.
Oh, good. I was like,
yeah.
That was horrible.
They did, but they still took 15 or whatever it was, and then your lightning bolt
that did it.
Finished them off.
Roast.
But yeah, I really liked those monsters. Yeah, I was playing in a game last week, and somebody brought up those monsters, and I never heard of them before, and I went and read about them, and I just and I eBay searched them, and they were really hella cheap. They were like $5 for 3.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm buying them. Which, yeah, you guys are lucky because there's a third one. Okay, I was feeling nice. I didn't pull out the third one.
After we were
fireballed yourselves and lightning bolted yourselves. But yeah, I saw those last week and impulse bought them, and yeah, I mean, I had a random encounter table up, and I was not going to attack you guys unless you rolled a 1, and she rolled a fucking 1 right then. So yeah, but I did like trying to figure out a 5 foot wide hallway combat. That made it really interesting. Yeah, so has some obviously clutch with the octopus and
literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Clutching.
Yeah. Saving people with the giant octopus, and you know, lots of smart choices by the player, as always. Tim is already asleep because he goes to bed at like 8:30 or 9. But yes, your terrible decisions, like trying to help grab them as they slip into the river when you're a wizard and you have no strength score, like for the sake of role playing, because that's what Lord Hans is doing. And I think also
Growth.
I think it also is illustrating Lord Hans's arc.
Yes, exactly.
From very selfish youth to someone who cares about others.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure he'll have some more slip-ups.
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
About stealing someone's scrolls.
Yeah, it just depends on how many scrolls
or 2 steps
pop up.
forward.
Pilfering their dead body.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Daphne, of course, without your remove curses, where would we be?
Who knows?
As much as we enjoy...
yeah, as a player, I was like, oh man, because like I was enjoying you like do your thing, but I was like, oh, but if she's in like crisis mode and like, you know, Uda can't pull her weight, so.
So I'm really excited to see what happens with these via spores telepathic mushroom people that you've encountered.
I love Hasem's like, I got this. Are we breathing spores?
Yeah, we're breathing spores.
No,
All right.
just stay there. That's nice.
I'm the guy.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that interaction.